We're back. Happy New Year, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome.
Happy New Year.
Welcome back. We got a great episode for everyone tonight. I am so glad to be back here. It's so good to see everyone's face. Welcome back, everyone. No.
Well, welcome back, everyone. As usual, we have a wonderful episode of D&D for you today. Our live play of the heavily modified Light of Xerixis campaign, one I've done considerable additions and adjustments to. I think before anything else, though, we should get to our introductions. So let's go ahead and start with me. I am your DM Mark. I'm the one that's done most of the writing on this, though I cannot take all the credit, as my wonderful players have put a considerable amount of their own effort and flavor into this entire campaign. But among them is playing Nico.
Hey everyone, I am Alex, playing your lovable, wiggly plasmoid, Nico.
Wiggly.
Indeed. We also have playing Jade.
Hey everyone, you've got me, Marina, playing the Jade Fox, the team's lovable, thorny femme fatale.
Thorny?
Not so lovable.
And of course, we have playing Tin Man.
Howdy, folks. Good evening. We're dating here with the Tin Man. We're gonna be having some fun.
And then, lastly, with our announcements, playing Valen.
Hey, how you guys all doing tonight? My name is Matthew Roberts, and I'm playing Valen Yosai, the club's Astral Elf. And I am super excited about this episode. I just got a few announcements. Big shout out to all our partners. Eldritch Foundry for all the minis that we've been making for all the projects we've had. Big shout out to Mythical Meats for all the snacks at our tables. And of course, I can't forget Adam's Family Gaming, who has been just locking in with all the merch. Mark's got it on. Alex has got it on. My characters, I'm in character. I'm in cosplay right now, but he would love to wear it. That's for sure. Big shout out to D&D Adventure Club for some of the modules on the future projects coming out soon. Table of Tales is right around the corner. Again, I'm saying it again, but very, very soon. Everyone in our Discord, you might be privy to a first round viewing here soon, so we can get some feedback on it. But that's coming along. Join our Discord if you want to be a part of that. There's tons going on there, a lot of behind the stream action of everything we got going on in the future. It's 2026, and we got a lot of stuff planned for everyone. So stay tuned, stay engaged on all our social medias, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or Discord. Get involved, help out if you'd like to. We love to hang out. We had 2 new fans join in on some streams in Helldivers 2 recently, and it's been so fun. So tune in on all our streams. We're streaming weekly. Tune in, say hi, and say hello. But that's all the announcements I have for tonight. I'm excited to see where this is going. We got a new chapter here, Mark, so take it away, buddy.
New chapter, who dis?
Yeah, who dis?
New chapter indeed. So, previously on Echo of the Astral Sea. Last session, our party had been ejected into the distant reaches of the Great Somewhere just inside the veil.
What's up, everyone? I see everyone's kind of getting in and ready for the new episode. Yeah. Hey, I'm excited for it. Gotta go shave yet. Get ready.
Top banker even.
But while we're waiting,
and had some interesting tidbits
we got last week's episode up. So catch up.
Before he could share them,
I'll slap a little magic card because I haven't done that in a while for you guys. Here we go.
And despite trying to keep
We're
it
still slapping Spider-Man. So we got the illusion villain. Oh, that's that double card. Here we go. Scorpion Sting, Wild Pack Squad, Unstable Experiment, Taxi Driver, Subway Train, News Helicopter, Mob Lookout, Mask Meower, Prowler Crawled Thief,
on
Superior Foe,
Yeah, so
Spider-Man.
while they were speaking
Spider-Man
to
Noir,
Boswell, Tin Man,
Borderless.
Czar, and Nico noticed
Nice.
the undead ravens beginning
Black
to alight
Cat,
on the
Cunning
ship,
Thief,
silently
Spider
watching
Noir,
them.
Shiny, nice,
Tin Man
and a
recognizes
Mountain
these
Man.
are the heralds of the dread pirate
How about
Captain
that?
Valkyrie,
All right.
manifested
Is
by
my
the
mic even?
Sendari
Okay, good.
Archaea,
We're gonna see you
grasping
guys
the
all very
shore.
soon here. I cannot wait. It's gonna be a
Knowing
great
that where
episode.
his
I
birds
shall
fly, he's not
return
far to follow. The three
soon.
of them jump to action and get the ship moving. Tin Man notes from where he is a shade and a phantom throne sitting in the back of the Elatern, who chuckles and walks off the ship, disappearing. Once they'd pulled away from the Sendari Archaea, Nico found himself attempting to navigate, and the device in his chest shifted and pointed him in a direction, sending a small gold filigree line towards where it was leading him. A friendly denizen of the Astral Sea happened across the party and offered them some guidance, in exchange for something that smells nice. Jade had some difficulty interacting with the Skymoid, but eventually the Tin Man and Arnott left to use some of their resources to prepare something for Yukon. Jade added some flourish at the suggestion of Alen and his own eating habits by wrapping the meaty morsels in some plant matter, generally referred to as salad.
Yummy.
Yukon was delighted to have the treats and guided the party notably not on the exact course Nico's chest device suggested, but towards the nearest settlement, Kaiser Dome, the Bulwark, a structure that's been here since before the Belgian calendar was started. It was the first platform used for large-scale mining and eventually refitted and repurposed to be a defense against the aberrant creatures that find their way through the Veil into the belt itself. Despite being visible, the party is still the better part of a day out. Czar has already lunged into action, attempting to get any unsavory or extra-legal items hidden or otherwise left out of sight. Arnott has set about organizing people, with the help of Charlotte, understanding that the promise of landfall might build them into a frenzy, especially after spending almost 3 days cooped up in the ship, packed, as our rough-riding little dingy bot once said, nuts to butts. So as we approach Kaiser Dome, the Bulwark, is there anything specific any of you is doing?
I'm gonna try to get a list of everyone on board and get a little inventory of who's hurt and triage everyone and prepare them for whatever eventual landing we will have. That way, once we do land, it does not get too chaotic.
Okay. It seems that Charlotte and Arnott are already about doing something similar, so they add it to their task list. Charlotte with a small sardonic captain.
And I'll kind of turn away and give a little smile, like, let's go.
Nico, are you doing anything specific preparing for landfall?
No, probably just helping out. Keep the people all jovial. It's really kind of prepping for de-embarkation. Because I believe I'm still piloting the ship. So once we got everything get close by, then yeah, just starting to prep for landing.
Okay.
Jade.
Yes.
Jade, a little reluctantly, would like to offer assistance as well, prepping the ship, but in a different way, more like concentrating on the foliage and the branches, just making sure that when people evacuate, they're not all storming through one thing, they have multiple avenues. So she's just making sure that the trees and branches can sustain that. She's also making a mental note. She wants to reconnect with Sable as soon as she can.
Okay. Valen, really quick before we jump into roles, Tin Man, what would you like to do in preparation?
Everybody seems to be taking focus on the folks on board. Tin Man's thought process is we just pulled up on a rather old dusty settlement out here. They're probably not expecting us, and they're probably not going to be too thrilled seeing this many people just storming off a ship. So he's actually going to be one of the first off the boat, um, and kind of prepare himself to guard the folks coming off, potentially from whatever is already here, and just make himself seen in case anybody comes up with some questions.
Nice.
Okay. So you, first Tin Man, I'd like you to make a perception check. Marina, make a survival check. Nico, a performance or a persuasion check. And Valen, a straight charisma check for me, please.
Thank you.
Tin Man in with a 20. Wow. Okay.
I was going to say something about strong rolls starting for the night, but I could be wrong.
Wow.
But then Valen woke up today.
Wow. That hurts. A 0. That's worse than a 1.
Valen, you're in the midst of giving your commands when the Dawar steps in front of you and attempts to try getting your attention to ask you a few questions. And you notice as a few people around are like, he's still talking to him? Like, I thought they hashed this out.
Seeing everyone kind of stay busy and no one listening to me, I'll kind of question if I'm actual captain still. And kind of make my way up, or not kind of, I'll make my way up to the top observation deck of the main area there.
Mhm.
And kind of just look out as we come to port.
Okay. Or a farm a little bit.
Yeah. Put my leg up on my knee up on the railing, kind of look out over, do that real captain pose, you know.
Give him the full Captain Morgan.
Yeah, make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
I'm telegraphing that I'm a captain.
It's times like these it pays to be the strong silent type.
Apparently, yeah, I guess so.
All right. Nico, for your interactions with the folk, you've always had a very easy demeanor, a very easy to get along with sort of aura, as it were. You notice that the younger folks, specifically the children, seem to take to you a little more willingly, as were the adults seem a little cautious, but they seem to be picking up on your demeanor, your sort of affableness, as it were.
Vibes.
And you find that within the next hour or so, you have a gaggle of children just sort of following you around, asking you to make shapes, asking you to make colors, asking you to mess with your lance and your armor and stuff. They just want to know about you. They're extremely curious.
Oh, and I answer every single question. Like,
He doesn't even dumb it down for them. He gives them like the full algorithm, and the kids are like, "What?"
yeah, exactly.
They have zero idea what you're talking about, but they just like the fact that someone's talking to them, giving them attention despite the stress of everything that's been happening. You notice one little kid, a little tiefling, probably about 3 or 4, sort of pauses as some of the other kids go to play, and she looks up at you and just sort of tilts her head and lifts a finger and points, and you notice a little jet of fire shoot towards you. What do you do?
I watch it hit me.
It does strike you. You'll take 1 fire damage as it just sort of dissipates as it hits you.
What? What was that?
The other ones we saw turned red when I did that.
The other ones, what?
Slimes.
Well, okay. I don't. No, you shouldn't really do that.
Mom said slimes is dumb.
Well, I'm not.
I'm not convinced. Tell me something smart. Tell me something a slime wouldn't know.
Something a slime wouldn't know. Well, something a slime would know, a human also wouldn't know. So how would you know what I said isn't true?
I'll figure it out when you tell me. I'll know.
Oh, how?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I don't think you'll know.
She holds up her pointer finger again, threateningly.
My finger
I
points.
too will hold up my finger threateningly. my...
Immediately she pales. Mom said
Nico, do
slimes
not
is dangerous.
slime the child.
Mom said slimes is dangerous. Are you dangerous?
I'll like comically extend my head and go, do I look dangerous? And like a smile just appear on my face. Nothing else.
I want you to make an intimidation check for me, please. Because whether or not this is meant to be...
Oh my god.
That's a 1.
With a 1.
That's...
You see the child pales for a moment. Her sort of ruddy orange skin turns to a pale orange. And you sort of lean in and the smile appears. And after a moment, she starts giggling. And then breaks out into full-on laughter. Once she finally manages to catch herself, she starts saying between laughs, Mom did say slimes is funny.
We're smart and funny.
I don't know what to do with that information, but thank you. And she pulls herself up and turns to run after the other kids.
Nico kind of gives the deuces.
You hear her very loudly yelling, "Slimes is funny!" Jade, you're up on the deck, and how are you going about specifically fixing up and adjusting the foliage of the deck? How are you interacting with it?
Honestly, trying to attune with it. She just closes her eyes and holds on to. I'm not good with boats, guys. So like the side railing, sure.
The railing. Yeah.
The railing, and she's talking in Latin. Sibidium alba pulva mi foa. Like she's just speaking to it, and hoping that tunes in with the foliage.
As you speak in the Latin tongue, you feel a harmony of sorts as your body sort of starts to gently vibrate, and it sort of reaches out to the ship, and the ship starts to meet the vibration of your voice and sort of the motion of your being. You begin to attune to the E01. And as you sort of move your hands, you notice as some of the foliage moves with you, like you're conducting an orchestra.
Well, look at that.
You manage to, using this new sort of influence, move the plants about, and the E01 seems to dance with you as you make your sweeping motions to move it away and get this to set there and that to place there. And you make several very easily accessible and movable areas throughout the ship that people can easily move through. While you're doing this, you notice that in the planks of the sort of the back area where the main foliage is, the tree itself, the planks themselves, I mentioned before that the E01 seems to actually be made from one solid chunk of wood. In the rear here, you notice that between the roots of the main tree, the wood itself has these little pockets that just sort of they almost seem to inhale as the ship breathes, as it were. They open and close slowly. Just little pockets in the grain of the wood.
Would that be
Would you
where
like
the
to-
heart is? Interesting. I'll make a mental note of that. Might investigate it later.
What are those called on plants? Stomata.
Something like that.
The
Tin Man. Tin Man, as you take your place of guard and stand there, keeping an eye, making sure things progress and just things don't go wrong, being ready as you are. You were the first person to notice that there seems to be a ship approaching from the direction of Kazerdome. You're about 6 hours into the trip now, and the ship you notice, I'd actually like you to make a. Oh, no, you made your perception check at 25, no less.
Made a killer perception check.
Oh yeah.
The ship itself looks more like a floating cinder block or a gray brick than a ship proper.
Ah, yes. Dwarven design.
Aerodynamic.
It's plated. It seems to be plated
Dynamic.
with heavy metal sheets of a slate gray, and on the mast that you can see, there is a flag. It is a gray helmet with 2 crossed claymores. Jade, Nico, you would, or not Nico, sorry, Tin Man, you would both recognize this symbol as the symbol of the Brothers of Gray.
Okay. Okay. Tell me more about these Brothers of Gray.
The Brothers of Gray, as you recall, are something of a extreme group of paladins of Oath of the Watcher paladins. They very much thrive on the keep the Xenos out. They're hyper xenophobic and very much they stand by that proudly.
Warhammer 40K. Got it. Suffer not the
Very-
Xenos to live.
Very much. And they take their job very seriously, and they are, to a man, completely humorless. Not a single one of them has a laughing bone in their body. So you see that one of their ships is approaching.
What are the colors of the ship?
Slate gray.
Go figure.
Pretty good for a brick. Okay, so knowing their MO, how concerned do I need to be? I mean, strictly speaking, this is a sort of refugee ship. Should we be worried? Would I be worried?
The one thing that gives you pause, you do not know the Brothers of Gray to harm civilians. They do have an oath to which they stick. And you do not know them to act generally recklessly, at least when it comes to potential civilian casualties.
Okay, okay. But we're still kind of getting pulled up on by a military force here. We might want to be careful.
But the one thing that gives you pause is that you're not approaching from the belt. You're approaching from out of the belt, from the direction the things they usually fight.
So that's going to make them concerned. All right, all right. I'm going to go ahead and if I see Valin or a farming, kind of be like, "Hey, Captain, my Captain. Over yon down there, coming off from the belt there. See that? Frying blick.
How could I miss
Flying
that
brick.
giant gray block?
I do believe we have ourselves a nice little paladin order coming up on us. I don't think they'll cause trouble, not intentionally, but I also don't know what all we got down below. We got a lot of people that jumped on board, no questions asked. So let's
Well, I've
let's
been
do everything we
working
can to
on,
not draw their attention."
Yeah, I've been working on Margaret. Okay, I've been working on a bit of a manifest for who's on the ship. Why don't we run the white flag just so they don't think anything is too on the up and up?
Does that still work out in these parts? I mean, if it does, yeah, okay.
It can't hurt. And I'm gonna look up at Jade. Are you still in the crow's nest? No, you.
I want to say I'm towards the rear of the ship, kind of directing flowers
Ye-
and stuff.
Yeah, Jade would probably be like 20 feet away from you, Valen.
Yeah, I'm going to hear the word white flag and kind of like 3 steps ahead of you kind of thing, like nod. Not cringe, but I mean, she cringes every time you open your mouth, but that would say.
That's a Jade thing.
That's a Jade thing. She's going to kind of, flick her wrist, and just these white flowers will start to erupt all over the ship, almost like a cascade of white petals just storm around the ship and just kind of gently flow off the ship, trying to give this like peaceful, like, we're not here to cause problems thing. And there's just going to be this look of seething hatred on her face while she does it, because she's not used to these theatrics.
And I'm gonna yell down to Czar to tell him to get as many women and children up on top of the ship.
You hear a call from below. Why? Who's here?
And I'm just gonna say, look innocent.
Ah, got it.
He's used to that. That's normal for him.
Captain,
And I'll be like, yes, Jade.
maybe we should develop a story. If we were to be spoken to by these gentlemen, do you know anything about the Brothers Gray?
Mark, do I know anything about them? Probably not.
You would have heard about them at a distance. They're not really a group that the Xerixians run up against, and they're not interested in messing with the Xerixians.
Yeah, I don't know too much about them. But what I do know is we want to look innocent.
Well, if you want innocent, might I suggest creating a story? I've painted this ship in white flowers. Why not say there's some sort of wedding that we're coming from? Something cute and adorable like that. They might leave us alone. Maybe even give us booze to celebrate.
Jade, let me stop you there. I do love a good wedding. And as much as I think you want me to play the loving husband,
The bride.
The bride. Thank you. I never thought about that. That could be a good role for me. It's outside my comfort zone.
Guys.
But
Why?
I don't think lying about the situation is pertinent.
Yeah.
If they find out that we're just survivors from Brawl and then we're lying about it, I think we should just tell them the truth. Brawl's gone.
Yes.
And we need help. No reason to lie and get caught up
Completely.
in this lie. No offense.
In my personal experience, if I may, the best answer is usually somewhere in between. I'm inclined to agree with Valen on this one. Honesty is the best
Word's going to get out. People are
option.
going to hear about Brawl.
However, I don't disagree with the Lady Fox either. We may not want to entirely keep our playing cards out in the open. Let's
Thank
just
you.
tell them we are a refugee ship. We just got attacked. You can see the damage on the ships. You can practically still see the clown hands on the ship. Tell them we got off course, coming out of a warp that, well, it was a bit of an emergency jump. We didn't have much control over it, and now we're just trying to find somewhere to get these folks safe. Beyond that, where we come from, why we fled, I say we keep that to our chest for now. Unfortunately, Brawl is in the middle of, looks over at Jade, quite a lot of politics right now. I
Exactly.
think she can agree. So let's just keep it simple.
We also have a bit of a problem that if we're a refugee ship, where did all these people come from? This is a lot of people.
And if they ask questions, we will give answers. But I'm just saying, you don't show your cards all at once.
I
Thank you, Tin Man.
I'm just gonna hope they don't say my name, and that'll be a success.
Like
Well, our alternative option for a captain, kind of look over at Czar, probably isn't much better. So you're gonna see
does that make
Man
me
kind of like
captain?
Tin Man kind of perks over his shoulder for a little bit, looking at the dower. I think we might have a backup though.
And I'll kind of look at him and kind of smile and be like, yeah, I like your thinking.
Because
Could always put a mask on Valen's face. Just saying.
Yeah, because I'm also gonna say that's if word is getting out of what's going on at Brawl. Valen's an astral elf. Just throwing that out there. People are going to assume.
Well, I know it's a hard lesson learned, but I can tell you this. All Xerixians are astral elves, but not all astral elves are Xerixians. I always got that mixed up back in the day. Needless to say, so long as our illustrious captain doesn't start singing songs about himself, I think we'll be fine.
Considering that our illustrious captain has a bit of a tail, I think Tin Man would take note of this. But why don't we put a mask on him for now? I can assist with that if you'd like.
Mr. Yosei?
Just covering your face.
I will accept the mask and like just pull my hand over my face, and then I'll be wearing a bit of a samurai mask as I pull it up.
You just really had to get the tattoo in there, didn't you?
I wasn't gonna pull it in just yet, but if you pull it out, so I'll cover my face with a tattoo, and then you'll kind of see a bit of like a ceremonial samurai mask cover my face.
Is the samurai mask related to your people and would be picked out from a, you get what I mean? It's
And
like, well, you're wearing, those are from your people.
And
so
then I'll like take it off.
If I may, do you trust me?
As much as anyone else on this ship, that's to be said.
So,
Yeah,
Jade
can I make a
roll.
perception check to see the vein just bulging on Jade's forehead right now?
I don't think you need it. Passive perception wins here.
All right, Jade, give me the mask.
So Jade will shake her left hand and a seed will pop down her wrist, and she'll just very gently place it on your shoulder. Just hold still. And she'll snap her fingers, and a bramble will kind of climb over your face, wrapping it almost in a fencer's hood and just covered in petals. So you can see through it and you can speak through it, but as far as it's concerned, it's a very ornate, flowery mask. And it also might give you a little bit of a scarf to go with it and petals. You're welcome.
And as it like covers my face, I'm like, take a little bite of one of the leaves.
It's jasmine.
And I'll pick a few leaves off my face to make some tea out of it later.
Well then, with that taken care of, Nico, I think it's for the best that Valen isn't the one to have to concede to the penguin. Let's go see if we can wrap him up in this.
All right.
At the moment, you can see that Boswell is at the far end of the ship towards the fore. He is speaking animatedly with one of his 3 practicals, his bodyguards there, and sort of staying away from the people as a whole, sort of a little frustrated from what you can tell in his voice that he was unable to get Valen's attention. How would you like to approach?
Mr. Boswell,
Mr.
Mr.
Steeple.
Mr. Anderson.
No Steeple.
My apologies, Mr. Steeple. If I may have a moment for us to talk with you.
Why has the captain sent his bot? If he wishes to speak with me, I tried speaking with him.
Well, I think you can tell just what kind of man Captain Yosei is. Prideful. Elves, you know how they are. But he's a shrewd man when he needs to be. For him, it's a matter of maintaining airs and images. So long as he maintains those airs as a captain, look at all the people around us. Every word that comes out of his mouth is, representative of his abilities. You questioned him. Darn sure everyone else is going to. Nico, how often do we find ourselves questioning our own boss here, right?
I mean, it's often.
Almost every day.
But he pulls through for us. He pulls through for us.
Dude, the clowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
yeah.
are dreadful.
He's good in situations like that. Where he's not good is when we start getting into politics. And I think that is just where you come in. I kept telling him, giving my best advisorial suggestions, and he agreed that you have a great deal to offer us. You're a man with connections, you're a man with people. I'm hoping that maybe you can help us out, shoring up those shortcomings that our captain does have. He gets us through the occasional clown raid. And I was thinking maybe if we just happen to come upon some, local orders looking to do good and asking questions, maybe you can help us out. I don't think I need to explain to you how many folks out there are looking to take advantage of a ship of refugees. Depending on who comes up here next, this could be a slaver's ship next thing you know.
Yes, dreadful work.
So, we are here on behalf of our captain, offering a message of swallowed pride. If you would perhaps assist us with some parlays that may be coming in the very near future.
Do you have something in mind, or is this just for assurances?
Well,
are there windows or anything in where we're having this conversation?
You're at the front end of the ship, so it's all open.
kind of like half eyeing, trying not to draw my attention to the giant flying brick. Well, this kind of looking at Nico, floundering for a second. This was a decision that we had already come to. We were waiting till we reached landfall here shortly to bring this to you. However, that time frame might have moved up a little bit.
All right. Do you
jabbing Nico to jump in?
Look, you see that?
I do.
What does that look like?
He's gonna roll a quick perception check. He looks a lot closer, and he tried. By all means, it looks like a flying piece of debris with a flag.
It's a brick. It's a flying brick. But that flag. What was it? The Brothers Gray.
The Order of the Gray.
Ah, yes, the Order of the Gray.
The Brothers of Gray. I see. Well, you gentlemen, you happen to be fortunate. For my employer, Vokath, works closely with the Brothers of Gray, so we have some rapport, if you will. If you will stand back and allow me to handle this.
Well, I think we can do that.
Yeah. We shall leave it to you.
Tin Man,
Maybe.
for your little soliloquy here, I'm going to give you inspiration.
Ooh. Congratulations.
Lit.
The brick-like ship draws closer, and as it draws closer, it becomes evident that the ship doesn't have any weapons on it. It very much looks like a flying brick. It does, however, have a very menacing ram on the front of it.
I mean, my first assumption of it being dwarven is just it couldn't have been GIF. It didn't have a giant gun on it.
It stops about 300 feet away, facing you head on. You see a large armored individual climb up on the front of the ship, one leg up, on not the mast, you know what I mean, the figurehead. And his voice projects naturally as if he's holding a microphone or standing next to you and yelling.
What you're telling me is he's doing everything that Velen was just doing, but so much more aura.
Correct.
He's good. Okay. When you're good, you're good.
I instinctively put my armor on and just like try and like do the most badass pose I can.
I know I'm not supposed to be the captain, but I have a captain's pose with my knee up on the railing, trying to still aura farm some captain energy.
I imagine Jade is just like a little thorn comes along and just slowly pulls his leg down.
Jade, you actually notice that Charlotte is up there tying his shoelaces together.
Jade lets it happen.
The voice projects through the astral sea to your ship. You are speaking with Auric the Plate of the Brothers of Grey. We will be boarding momentarily. Lay down your arms. What would you like to do?
Captain, what would you like to do?
Well, I think... No, I'm just kidding.
As I kind of sit back and take it all in, I'm gonna kind of like look down at Tin Man and like nod through the vine mask, and then put my knee back up as captain.
All right, you heard him. Nico, stash it away. You're scarier than shit in that thing.
Oh, and it just like melts away.
I'm gonna find opportunity, find me a little cash, and stow away at the very least the dove for the moment.
You feel an apprehension as you are separated from the dove. I would like you to make... Actually, as you attempt to remove her from your hip, she refuses.
Okay. Understanding what I'm dealing with here, I'm going to try and conceal the weapon to the best of my ability. The hat just goes up like on clockwork, like one of those old jack hoists. I'm just going to stick it under my hat.
The dove doesn't seem to have an issue with this. A few minutes later, the ship begins moving again, and it begins closing in on you. It comes up beside you. The top layer of the ship, as it draws closer, you see that it is painted a slate gray, and it is overall entirely coated in metal.
Oh, gross! They chose that color. Sorry.
It is plated. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. Plated in metal. So you can see that it seems to have some sort of structure underneath made of wood, but it is like the outside, the hull and everything is entirely metal.
I'm sorry, he referred to himself as Auric the Plate.
Auric the Plate. Orik the Plate.
Okay, he's got a favorite thing. Plates. Got it. All right, keep going.
The ship pulls up next to you, and you see there are 4 individuals of particular height in heavy armor, like absolute full plate, to the nines plus some. They look incredibly lethal. Like they walk into things like this on a daily basis. Their heavy armor thuds as they walk across the gangplank, led by one individual not wearing a helmet. His face is a mishmash crosswork of scars, up to including a large plate that takes up the left side of his scalp. Otherwise, his hair is shaven and his mouth is pulled into a permanent, well, kind of like Matt there, with scars running down his face.
Okay, so we're literally just going full 40K. All right, cool, got it.
Of note, Jade. Of note, Jade, you notice that down his chin are the same exact types of scars that Lady Silhouette herself has. The parallel lines that are made by hot wires being placed on the chin to brand one a traitor.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool as shit.
What?
Like when they cut off their fingers.
the fingers of the face.
You feel the ship lurch slightly as he steps onto the deck. He stands at almost a full 7 feet tall, human, and he holds his helmet under one arm and looks around slowly before falling on the Dawar standing in front of him. Which of you is the captain?
Is he handsome? Is he not handsome? What are we?
It's hard to tell what his face originally looked like for all the scars.
If you're into scars, then I imagine he's pretty there. He's got it. I'm gonna kind of like jab Nico. Somebody's daddy was a Goliath.
What? Man, it's huge.
Swing and a miss.
Which of you is the captain?
And I'm gonna start walking forward slowly out of.
And Tin Man's gonna like step in front of him. The captain of this ship is Mr. Boswell Steepleton.
Boswell steps forward. We're gonna have to get you fixed. It's Steeple. And he steps forward to speak with the very, very large man with whom he only comes up to his knee. I am Boswell Steeple, and I am the emissary for this here ship. Perfect. You'll be boarding my ship. Who is the second in command? What was that, Dayton? You're muted.
Ah, shoot. As Tin Man starts to like sweat oil, realizing that 1, he wants a second in command. We don't have one. And 2, this would actually be a very important role for one of us to fill.
And I'll
And
step
half
forward.
of us,
With
half
my
of us are
mask
very
on.
wanted.
I'll step forward and thanks, Jade. And just raise my hand without saying any words, like ominously, that I have fully accepted that I'm not the captain anymore, and like stomp my feet as I walk forward.
But he's also staying like quiet and like Tin Man's just sitting here like sweating oil right now.
Brilliant. It is of my understanding that typically the captain understands and has a story prepared, but a second in command often has a different one. Considering where you are coming from, I cannot afford to take any chances. You are too adjacent to the Veil for
And
me
where
to...
do you think we're coming from?
He motions out behind you. The Veil. The only place you could have come from.
Nah.
Unless you're
Not
bootleggers.
really.
And then Valen, under his mask, starts sweating really, really hard.
Oh.
Let's
We-
give Alex a second.
Yeah.
He's still here.
No,
He's kinda hot.
Just not video.
I'm here.
I will follow my flipper penguin friend and on board for what I assume to be a terrible interrogation.
The paladin puts a hand in front of you to stop you. I would prefer if you answered my questions first.
I'm just gonna look at him and not say any words, and then do this like I don't talk.
Then is there a third in command that can speak?
And man will step forward, again giving his best mechanical impression. If you are in need of information recorded for this ship's log set for the last, and kind of give a pause, week, I can provide that.
Delightful. What is the name of this ship?
DM, help.
The
E01.
This ship is the E01.
And have any of you, since you are being so forthcoming with the information bot, have any of you heard of an individual who goes by the name of Sable?
Oh, God.
The name Sable is currently not present on the ship's manifest.
He's going to look up at the rest of you. The question stands.
And I'll put up my arms and do the X sign.
All right.
Jade will look over. Do I see within eyesight Miss Derringer?
Charlotte is hiding in the stairway that goes down into the depths of the ship, sort of keeping an eye on things.
Okay. Seeing that she is hiding, Jade says nothing. Goes full stone face.
Can't say I was expecting much, considering the leadership of this ship. Fine then. Another question. Have either or any of you heard of a ship referred to as the Scylla Black?
Have we heard?
Have we? I think that's a new one.
Marina, you would.
Oh.
The Scylla Black, or the Scylla Black, because I said it wrong the first time. The Scylla Black is the name of Lady Silhouette's spider ship.
And
I need an insight check, DM.
All right. What are you trying to intuit?
Is he a threat? Is he not a threat? What is the gauge here?
Go
I
ahead and
get
make your
because I'm
insight.
no nonsense guy, but I don't know if he's friend or foe, if I can approach him or not. And of course, Jade doesn't trust anyone.
Is he friend or foe to Jade's friends or foes?
I rolled a 17. I don't know why it went 3.
Typically anyone in the sights of the Brothers of Grey, especially if they're on the extra legal side of things, is not a friend to them, nor would they consider them a friend. By looking, just sort of observing this individual, you get the feeling that if he's taking a particular interest in things, let alone asking large questions out to a whole group of people, he is confident that he is at least in the right on something, or that he can undermine what... Let me back up a little bit, find my words here. He's definitely not asking after a friend. The Brothers of Grey are inquisitors and executioners.
Yeah, so when he asks for Sable, I would instinctively know that there's nothing good from that.
Correct. And we
We're
lost Chris.
losing people left and right. Everyone's dying, you guys. I don't know what's going on in the world.
Sorry.
Does everyone have their shots? I need to get my
No, I'm
I
here.
forgot this year.
Perhaps now is a good time for us to take a short break, our 5-minute break.
Oh God,
I
get
think
your
so.
Oh
All
boy.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We'll be
dude, I
back
don't
in
know what's
5.
going on.
All right, guys. Sorry, we've got a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we're going to be right back here shortly as we get to the final part of this episode. And it's going, I wouldn't say swimmingly for Valen because I have a mask on. And yeah. That's great. And
However, it's going
he's great.
as
He's
good
great.
as
Listen
we
to him.
expect.
Hey, we're
Now,
live
in this
tonight.
chapter, I'm loving
But
every
until then, I'm
single one.
slapping
All I want to
Pokemon.
say
I'm
thank
slapping
you.
Magic cards, not Pokemon. That's with my
It's all
son.
positive.
Anyways,
On the stream tonight,
we're
in
slapping
our-
another
in our Discord,
pack of Magic cards. We're still on the Spider-Man. I got some Avatar
I
left
love
too.
it. Thank you so much. Keep coming
We got
back.
Subway
Keep going,
Train,
making more content.
Merciless
We got
Enforcers,
a lot of
Wild
great
Tech
stuff
Squad,
planned for
Whoosh,
2026.
Mob
And
Lookout,
I'm super excited
Beagle
to
and
share with you guys.
Bagel and
We got
Schmear,
a playthrough
Green
of
Goblin
Goblin,
Revenant,
which Mark's gonna DM.
Daily Bugle
How
Building,
could he
piloted by Penny. Whoa,
But he's
Winds
going
of
to
Change,
build a
Borderless. That is
whole
cool.
new,
Silk
game
Web
campaign
Weaver,
for Cashmere. So if you haven't
Miles
read
Morales,
the, Mistborn
Shiny
series,
Clone
that's
Saga,
where you're gonna wanna
the
start.
Shiny
That's where
Mountain.
we're
That's
starting.
pretty
We got that
cool.
coming up, and we got Table of Tales. I've been talking about it
Hey,
forever.
we got a great
Discord,
episode for you
you can
tonight.
partake.
Everyone's kind of getting ready and logging in. I cannot wait.
For, some feedback.
So we'll see you soon. Hey,
Stick around
see you.
and
Oh,
hang out.
see
We
you.
got a lot of good times coming around. We got Helldivers too. A lot of new players in that. It's great. We almost got 2 full squads. A lot of great updates. Hey, thanks for the follow, Elducci69. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. It's people like you that make this go around. And for that follow, what do you want? You want Avatar or Spider-Man Magic cards? What should I
There we
slap?
go.
1, 2, 3. We're going Spider-Man.
Oh,
Sorry.
my
Here we go. Spider-Man
mic was
pack. Here we're slapping
not
it.
muted. Nice.
For the follow, we got that double card over here, whatever that thing is. I don't know how to play this game. I'm still learning. We got Web Up, Mysterio's Phantasm, Angry Rabble, Craven's Cats, Swarm, Bean of Bees, Bagel and Schmear, Mob Lookout, Mask Meower, Web Shooters, Hobgoblin Mantled Marauder, Madame Web Clairvoyant, Craven's Last Hunt, Angry Rabble, and Forest. Hey, Ilducci69, thanks for the pack, my dude. I really appreciate it. Hey, we're going to be back here shortly, but before we get to that, I want to do a big shout out to Mythical Meats. They hooked me up with some snacks for tonight.
Hey there, Sick Editor Mark here. I'm just putting in a quick misophonia warning here. Matt does some chewing. You could go ahead and skip ahead to when we get back from break if you want to skip it. It's okay. I don't blame you. I skip it too.
Let's go. Yeah. They hooked me up some snacks for tonight. I got the Radiant Ration here from their D&D pack. And it is barbecue style camel with beef stick. It's right there. And later I'm going to be eating the Blade Bite, which is jalapeno elk with beef stick. So big shout out to Mythical Meats for giving me these snacks. Here we go. This is the camel, I think. Yeah, camel. Valen's a vegetarian. I'm not. In fact, I'm an anti-vegetarian. I eat all the meat. Wow, this is delicious. Go over to Mythical Meats, buy some of these adventure rations, and enjoy it. They're delicious. Big shout out. Use DDC Live at checkout and let them know I sent you. All right, I got a minute before break's over, and I haven't gone to the bathroom. I got to get out of here real quick. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back from the break. Big shout out to Mythical Meats and that Radiant Ration. DDC Live at checkout for 15% off.
Matt, can I just say that I love that those Spider-Man cards were like Craven's Last Hunt, and then Bagel and Schmear, and the Green Goblin, and The
Kitty
masked
guy.
meower.
Hey, Ilducci69, reach out and join our Discord. I'll send you that pack if you really want it. It wasn't that great, but it's yours, buddy.
Mary Jane and
think-
the
I think
mugger.
they did. I think that's who's in there now in general.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Legend.
Great. Awesome.
All right, so getting back to it. So where we left off, the group had encountered one of the brothers Gray, a Lieutenant Auric of the Plate. He was asking some particular questions, and Jade had gotten the general vibe that this is not an individual who would take what she does anything less than seriously. Or was there anything else you'd like to add, ask, or comment on Jade as part of your insight check?
That is it. But Jade's starting to getting an itchy. She's starting to get an itchy finger over here.
I have one final question before I let the Port Authority question you or ask any other questions. Have any of you in the recent days encountered a pair of Gith Zerai? We believe it to be a teacher and their student.
No.
Believe that to be the most definitive answer I've heard so far.
Yes, the Zerai are not common in these parts. If we were to find them, may we ask what they would be in the process of doing?
That is none of your concern.
It
you see
kind of
them-
sounds like a lot of our concern if you're saying they're out here.
If
I mean,
you see them,
we got a
report
lot of
them-
people on this boat. Like, honestly, we're just trying to help these people.
I'm gonna like stomp on Nico's foot.
The bot knows manners. If you happen to see them, report them to our headquarters in Kaiser Dome. Good day. And he turns and steps off of the ship. The two of the other knights, paladins, pull up the gangplank, and the ship begins to move off.
With with Valen and the penguin
Just
dude.
with Boswell.
Oh,
Oh boy.
You actually notice that the three of his bodyguards are looking a little lost at the moment, seeing as their employer has all but been kidnapped.
Tin Man, did he? You said he knew those people, right?
Apparently, his employer has some word with them. I'm gonna be honest, this is a bit of a wild card. I don't know what he's gonna say, so let's be prepared in case things go south for us, all right?
I'm just saying, why don't we get these people off the boat quick in case we need to skedaddle?
You want to use them as human shields, Nico? And then I'll like
No, I didn't.
I'll like cough
No.
and then put up my arms. Like,
No, I think he's looking for the opposite.
No, I'm trying to get them off. Like, get all of the people
in
so we can
between
leave.
them and us.
No,
Mm.
they
Miss
are.
Fox,
Would you like
They-
me to
they-
tail them?
that may not be a bad idea. I
Understood.
seem to recall this is your specialty.
Yeah, I was getting itchy. Almost pulled a Queen Amidala. Said I was the captain. Are they leaving? Like, what is this? What am I looking at here?
In regards to the Brothers of Grey,
Yeah.
yeah, the ship has pulled the gangplank over. They're all back on their own ship, and the ship is moving off.
Towards.
Is it
towards
like
Kaiser-
mid-flight? Is it like, can I like jump?
What's the
and-
distance?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Oh.
it was probably 5 feet away. It is a heavily armored ship with at least, because they were docked right next to the ship
Mhm.
with a gangplank
Cool.
to cross.
Um, Do I roll a stealth check or something? I'm thinking to run towards the railing and pull some Tomb Raider stuff here in a minute.
Okay, so talk me through what your intention here is.
When Jade is given the nod to tail them, she's going to look over at Captain Valen. Does Captain Valen give the nod?
My X will go to thumbs up.
Cool. Okay, she's going to get to the railing, and she's going to jump onto the ship. If she's not able to catch the ship, she'll vine whip and Tomb Raider it to where she catches onto it and kind of reels herself up. But she wants to do it stealthily. She's willing to even jump over the rail, fall several feet, and then flick her whip to get up from below the ship to
Okay.
the opposite side. But how would I go about that?
So the first thing I'll have you do is, yes, roll a stealth for me. And then I will have you roll an athletics combined, or as well as an attack whip with your vine whip. An attack roll with your vine whip.
Oh,
So
that's a
20 in stealth.
Ooh.
I don't know what that one is. Hold on.
That's just it randomly rolling for no reason. Ignore it.
Okay, so what else am I rolling?
So acrobatics. And then a vine whip attack.
Let's go. That's double.
I don't know why
Jeez.
it's throwing
Don't
2
worry about
dice.
it. Ignore it.
and then a vine whip.
Yes.
So would I be casting the spell Thorn Whip?
I was under the impression you had an attack that was a vine whip.
I mean, it's a cantrip. I mean, sure, I have a.
Oh,
whip.
I mean, if it's a cantrip, then no, you don't have to cast it, and it goes off.
I mean, isn't it just it's a spell? It's a
Yeah, it's Thorn
spell
Whip.
attack roll. Because it's the same as Nico's gravity whip.
Yeah. So yeah, you roll. Jeez.
20, 20, 21. Let's go.
Okay.
Not
Am I
that it
winning?
matters.
All
So-
right. Well, excuse me, Miss Jade.
So
I
with a
was
20
born ready.
So with a 20 on stealth, a 20 on acrobatics, and a 21 on your thorn whip,
Lovely.
the rest of the crew doesn't even see you do this.
I'm the captain.
Valen gives you the thumbs up, and you're gone. You manage to attach yourself to the rear end of their ship. It's a little challenging to hold on to, considering it is basically sheer surfaces of metal. But you find a few spots to sort of wiggle in, like a hem here or there, to wiggle in a vine to hold on and maintain your grip. Are you doing anything specific while you are attached to their ship? Aside from trailing them, of course.
Yeah, I'm reeling up slowly, and I'm finding a window. I'm finding a point of entrance. I'm pulling some Ada Wong type shiz.
I would like you to make a perception check, or an investigation check for me, please.
One more time.
Investigation for me, please. She doesn't miss.
I don't know why it's throwing 2s. I'm sorry.
Or a natural 1. With an 18 on your investigation, you notice that there seems to be a plate of the ship that isn't quite as fastened as well as it could be. And given what you saw above, beneath the metal plates, the ship is almost entirely a skeleton, a wooden frame. So if you pick exactly the right spot at quite the right time, you might be able to bend this out, slip in, and then bend it back.
Jade's gonna go for that.
Okay. I would like you to make one more stealth check for me, and I would like you, or how are you going to bend the metal back?
Okay, so am I still like hanging from the ship while this
You're
is going
hanging
on?
from the back of the ship, correct?
Okay, I'm gonna get as close as possible to that by climbing up my vine and just put some seeds into place and will them to push it out.
Okay. You hear a steady but quiet as it bends out, and you manage to make just a large enough space for you to slip in. It looks like the area that this is entering is in the bottom part of the ship into the storage area, or the cargo hold, if you will.
You're deep. Careful.
Cool. I am very deep. I wish I had some sort of way to communicate with them. We'll need to work on that.
And what about
Us-
these magical frames?
Okay,
Boy, those broke my campaign. Keep going.
Carry on, Rena.
okay, Hazel frames? What do you mean? Magical frames?
We'll talk about that another time.
A whole new story.
So,
Pine castles?
as
What?
what were you guys saying?
It's okay.
It's from our other campaign. We're just goofing.
We're referencing Storm King's Thunder, don't we? Yeah.
So now that Jade has slipped into the back of the ship, into the cargo hold of the Brothers of Grey warship, what are the rest of you doing? Tin Man, what are you doing in this moment?
With my not so elven eyes, and my my eyes of the eagle, I'm keeping my eyes trained on the ship. I can't follow the fox. She's already gone. But if something were to go south, if there were to suddenly become, spellfire or something, I'm trying to keep an eye out in case something does give me pause or reason to believe that she might need extraction. I don't know how I do it. I actually know exactly how I do it, and 99% of it involves Nico. But for now, I'm just focusing on seeing if, that happens.
How does it involve me? What?
Tin Man, as you are thinking about interacting or potentially drawing fire on the ship, you feel something heavy ting on your head and roll to the seam of your hat.
Remembering that I put her there and feeling a little better about not having some Inquisitors on the ship, I'm gonna go ahead and pull her down. What's up, girl?
You
Getting
notice
antsy?
the action is open.
Terrifying. Terrifying.
Oh, that is more than terrifying.
Nico, Valen, are you doing anything in these few moments?
I've already assumed the captain's pose, knee up on the railing. I have my mask on. I have my arms crossed. But with my left hand, I'm cocking my pistol and ready to kind of like draw it at a moment's notice.
And Nico?
Nico, to be honest, is probably pretty oblivious. He's like, what are we doing? Like, legitimately questioning, like, why? Actually, Mark, are we docked at the city yet or no?
No, you're still on approach. You're still a few hours out.
I'll look over
They
at
met you
Nico
partway.
and just be like, play it cool, big guy, play it cool.
These folks have set up an inquisitorial reign here, and they seem to be working with the Port Authority. We get okay by them, we make our way in. Like I said, it was probably for the best that none of us sit over there and get interrogated. I don't know if you ever been under the effects of a zone of truth spell before, but people who can use that spell, ironically, never use it for good reasons. I figured that our Mr. Steeple there can't say anything worse than we could under duress, but I also don't know what he's gonna say. If we need to make a break for it, we have to be prepared to take the refugees with us, because I'm gonna be honest, there's a very good chance we're not gonna have the opportunity to drop them off.
No, you're right.
So let's play it cool. Let's play it easy. Let's see if we can get there okay. Doc, and get these folks taken care of. After that, you kind of see Tin Man cock the gun closed. He's got his eyes trained on the dove. After that, we've got exit options.
A resolve reaches you through Dove.
I know about, like Nico knows about the bullets with the names, correct?
You are aware that the dove interacts with your magics, and whether or not Tin Man has shown you the bullets with the names or not is yet to be said.
Oh, okay.
However, you do know that Arnott had, with the grenades she gave you 4 blanks that the dove should also be able to fire. Blanks.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Never mind. No, that because I just couldn't remember what interactions I've had with the dove. Sorry.
I'll admit, Tin Man's been keeping that one close to his chest because that's a very terrifying prospect to him. Especially because he's got a friend whose name is on one of those bullets.
That hurts.
After,
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. Nico's just kind of going along with probably going along with Tin Man and Valen, just kind of that begrudgingly. I don't, like this doesn't feel right, kind of feeling. Yeah.
After a moment, a voice calls out to you. Hoy! Port Authority Officer, Malik Haverstance, do I have a permission to board?
And
Hey, Nico, nothing to worry about.
And next to the ship is a single individual on a single jammer bike that seems to be an older make, a little rough, but he seems to look like he takes good care of it. He's in some basic half plate and a tunic. He steps off and brushes himself off and lifts off his helmet. Valen and Tin Man. Haverstance sounds familiar.
Tin Man's already like kind of peering out over the edge. Oh, that's a classic.
Haverstance was the name of the student that went with you on the trip to the Beholder homeworld, Mikan. And the similarities are immediate. He has the same thick black hair that wafts over his face, the same square jaw and handsome smile, and the same easy demeanor. He holds his helmet under his arm and sort of stands there. He's got a badge on his chest. Oh, it's a fine vessel you got here. We don't see this kind out this way.
And can I do an insight check whether I take off my mask and introduce myself? Whether I can trust him?
Yes, you can make an insight check to see if you immediately trust him.
How does a 14?
He definitely has an amicable affability about him. He seems the trustworthy type, and what you know of me, Ken, if they were raised the same, then he's probably got a pretty good streak of an individual in him.
I'm going to leave my mask on and let someone take the lead on that.
I don't trust myself.
Before I say
Tim Man's just like staring at the bike, and he kind of spaces for a minute. He's like, kind of jabs Nico. I'm sorry, I didn't catch his name. Is that Meekin? That ain't Meekin, is it?
Who?
Never mind. Yes. Permission granted to come aboard.
Many thanks, as he's kind of already standing aboard. He sort of gives a small flourish with his helmet. Meekin Haverstance, as I said, I'm with the Port Authority. I've got a couple of questions for you before I can let you in.
Not Meekin,
First off,
Mikkel, was it?
Mikkel, correct.
Yes.
Malik.
Malik.
Okay, not Mika.
Yeah, not Meekin, Malik.
Okay.
He seems to be an older brother. First off, are there any illegal or illicit substances on the ship?
And eye over at Valen for a minute. None that have been reported in the ship's manifest, sir.
He's going to pull out a piece of paper. Check. The name of the captain, if I may? Full legal
yes.
name, if possible.
Boswell Steeple.
Is that with a Z? 2 L's?
Intern.
Yes.
As well,
Interim.
2 L's. Interim. Okay. Who's your primary jammer?
I
Kind
guess
of
that
sweating for a minute, thinking back to Czar, and then like quickly like nodding up to Nico as he raises his hand.
Name?
Nico.
Nico. All right, and the first mate.
Kind of look over at Valen for a minute.
And I'll raise my hand.
Name?
And I'll look at
Czar.
Tin Man to think of a name.
No, don't say Czar. Don't say Czar. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna he's gonna look at me and I'm gonna sweat for a minute and I'm gonna be like, yes, pardon, the first mate cannot speak. He is Fengalore Eagerhold.
Fangalore. Okay.
What?
Is that Fang with an A or an E?
E.
Is that even in common?
And I just have a thumbs
Okay.
up behind him.
All right, and your cannon master, in case we have to reach out for any damages.
And I'll nudge Tin Man.
Yes, I am the ship's interim cannon master. You may refer to me as T130 Timothy.
T130.
And under my
All
mask,
right.
you'll hear Timothy
How loud do you say that?
very quietly.
Okay, I want you to make a stealth check.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my!
That's a fool.
That's a four.
T130 Timothy. Got it. All right, and your home port.
Kind of looking at each other,
Bro.
anxious for a moment. What was the city with the bell?
Renassus.
Just because it's the biggest city I can think of, where it's easy for us to kind of blend in as an eclectic group, and it's harder to track anyone that might know us. Kind of hiding among the masses, as it were. I'll just go ahead and say Renassus.
Renassus, long way from home. All right. And your destination. Hello.
Renassus.
You're from and returning? Wow, you're way
Well,
out
let's just
from
say,
home.
yeah, we were out and yeah,
A backwater. Realm space.
it was like what, Toro or something like that. I don't know, really. Hold on, please.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know what that is. Understood. I've got all the information I need. All I need you to do now, he flips his notebook closed, tucks it in his pocket, is for you to follow me into Kaiser Dome. Welcome.
And I'll kind of nod while like anxiously training my eyes still on the ship, the
The block.
gray ship. Yep.
You see Malik's eyes follow yours. Oh, don't worry about them. They're working with cats. He's keeping them in line, and if he took your captain, or if they took your captain, they usually don't hurt him too bad. Almost no one's died.
Wait, what? Oh, wait.
I'm so glad we sent the penguin.
And then
Malik, go ahead.
I'll do my
Malik puts his helmet back on, and he gives it a knock. Just follow close behind. I'll make it easy for you. Is your jammer already ready?
Kind of quickly like jamming Nico in the in the
oh
leg.
yeah. Oh, that's me. Yeah. And I run back to the jammer and Helmet on.
We look
go.
so incompetent.
100%. We look like we just stole this boat. Like the dude's like, yeah, come on, let's come in.
Sure.
Sure, Renessus.
The Mikan hops back on his jammer bike.
Mikkel.
Like Mikkel, thank you. Malik jumps back on his Malik jumps back on his jammer bike and starts taking off. He spins around so he's facing the same way as you and starts heading out at a modest clip to let you get up to speed and follow along. I presume, are you doing so, Nico?
Yeah.
And Man's
right.
kind of just up on deck there with Valen, who has been shockingly quiet this entire time. Again, still concerned, still trying to like watch, the brick over there, but also like just kind of focusing in on Malik's jammer bike. Just be like, I had me one of them at one point.
You'll notice under my mask, there's a little bit of blood from me biting my lip.
Mark, as I am piloting it, like as we get, because I'm guessing the brick ship is headed generally the same direction, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Trying to close the gap, can I extend the ship's like aura per se, and just try and see if I can't gauge anything about the ship, like what's going on? Is do I sense Jade?
You sort of try to extend your consciousness to the reach of the ship, the air bubble, and as you move forward just so in order to reach their influence, as you do so, you feel like you are mentally thrown against a wall and kicked away, as it were. Whatever they have, they've got some sort of protections, you would presume.
Okay.
That said, as he feels you reaching out, Malik actually responds, saying, "Oh, that's different. Not many people try that." And you hear him talking to you telepathically.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of new to the spell jamming thing. Was still trying to see what we can do.
You're all the way out here, and you're new?
Relatively.
I'm the new spell jammer. We had another one. Things didn't go well.
Clowns.
Clowns. Like, if somebody tells you that there are space clowns, you should probably believe them. Trust me. I didn't. Things ended badly. Now I'm the spell jammer.
So there were space clowns and you got promoted. Sounds like a pretty good gig to me.
I mean, you're not wrong, but the fact that it took space clowns ripping him in half, throwing him off the side of the boat for me to get my promotion, I don't know if I like that. So I'm thinking, maybe I didn't want the promotion. T1000, can you? I don't want to be the spelljammer anymore.
You just feel like before the connection breaks, you feel a little like disappointment from Malik that you're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And he's like, no,
Malik, I don't. It's not that. You made me think about the clowns. I didn't want to be torn in half. Like, you want to get torn in half? That doesn't sound fun to me.
The communication has just ended at that point.
Yeah, he's not even listening anymore.
T1000.
We went from, hey, keep it cool to
we definitely just stole this ship.
Oh my god, this is falling apart very fast.
As you approach,
the good news is at this point, I think they just think we're incompetent.
As you approach Kaiser Dome, from a distance, the freestanding wall looks imposing, and a rebuke of the dangers of the void and a challenge that they send their worst. In a word, majestic. As you draw nearer, the reality becomes more apparent. Clumps of contained debris being sorted through by workers, gouges in the honeycomb metal structures the size of a ship, even entire sections darkened and without the perpetual motion of workers and patrols. Just dark. Like a listing ship moments before it sinks beneath the waves. The party is guided by Malik's jammer bike to one of many tall metal tree-like structures with evenly spaced branches jutting out. Many of these branches have ships of various sizes and shapes cradled within them. They seem to be a way to stack your ships vertically to take up less room. Below you stretches Donin, the lower level of Kaiser Dome, a several miles long stretch of metal transformed into four wow, excuse me, sorry. Let me get a drink really quick. Transformed into four equal sections of staging grounds, each which looks like its own hangar and barracks. Above you is the underside of Kaiser Dome proper. Within the elaborate machinery are the starburst are the starburst sparks of welding torches evoking a man-made constellation. The sound of soldiers working echoes up from the below as you pass over some sort of military complex where a square of soldiers are going over their drills, led by a noticeably larger individual in slate gray armor. You realize that Malik is Malik. We might have to call it early, guys. I cannot bring it in.
You're good. You're good. Let's go.
You're good.
You can tell by the flags that are being raised in this area that Malik is taking you towards the area for Tower Ganymede, or Jennymead, not Ganymede. Tower Jennymead, run by Cads Sipston. The flags of this particular section are a rich red velvet with like a savory wine and depicts a copper dueling rapier crossed with a collapsible telescope. Malik guides the ship into one of the berths, one of these standing tree-like structures, and instructs Nico to set it down in a pair of tines that stick out from the tower. Space just wide enough for the ship to settle on top. Do you do so?
I park it and do so. Now, I want to purposely land it terribly. Like essentially make it look like I'm have no idea what I'm doing, but like just barely missed clipping like the tine, like 100% like as if this is the first time I've piloted the ship.
I would like you to make a performance check at advantage.
All right. Can I do this? Let me plead my case here. Can I make an Arcana check?
Considering you're trying to put on this, I'm going to say no. I will have you make a performance.
How about a 15?
Okay. The work the group of you has done so far to impart the concept that not a single one of you is all that familiar with what you're doing. And you watch as Malik parks his jammer bike at a nearby walking section and hops off, and he just sort of looks at the ship sort of at a 15-degree angle. All right, well, it's here. We can figure out the details later. First, we should get those people off this ship.
Agreed.
He walks up, and you notice that the area around you is mostly just scaffolding outside of these large towers that are literally just stairs that go back and forth. There's almost probably 15 to 20 flights of stairs. Think of it like a car park, except for you walk up the stairs directly to your car. The Mikan looks at the scaffolding. How many people you got?
How many do we have? What was the?
That's a
final
good
count?
question.
I mean, you're the one that says you were taking a final count.
What did it come up to, Mark?
Just under 300.
And I'll do like
300. That's a lot. All right. Well, can any of you stay with the ship? All right. And
yeah.
And
my immediate thought process is kind of looking over at Valen, and also if I can see even an inch of Zar's carapace, like we got people that should probably stay on the ship.
you do not see hide nor hair of Zar. He knows where he should be.
Good boy.
That said, you do notice Charlotte trolling around a little bit, sort of weaving between people, trying to keep an eye on things. And Arnott is standing very inconspicuously, sort of atop the back part of the ship, watching everything happen. Let me
Mark,
see if
in terms of reputation, Arnott, is she like an outlaw or like just like, I guess, like, what? How does her reputation extend outside of Brawl?
Sounds of it, arguably, it'd be pretty illustrious. If anything, it would still draw attention, though.
The things that Arnott has told you about what she had done prior to coming to the Rock of Brawl, and the fact that she had made something of a business out of said fame, should speak to itself. She is well known, but in GIF space.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
That's where I was going. Is it's like during the interrogation, it wouldn't have been a good idea to name drop her.
Correct.
Okay.
From where you are, Tin Man, sitting on the deck of the ship, you do see the brick of a ship, of the Brothers Gray, set down some 300 meters distant at a small complex. Your ship is sort of the it's the fourth rung up on one of these trees, so you're about 300 feet off the ground. You'll have to take all of these stairs down to get to the ground level. The Brothers Gray encampment, or their area there, is about 900 feet from you. They seem to have a small barracks and a command structure of sorts that you see the armored figures walking to and fro. Judging by the size, you would not expect there to be more than half a dozen to a dozen of the Brothers of Gray here. That said, Malik continues speaking with Arnott about getting people off of the ship. The rest of you are sort of left to your own devices. Like I said, you're 300 feet up Oh, no. There's a more important detail here I almost missed. Jade.
I was going to say...
Yeah, Jade, fill us in here.
Where are you?
Tin Man, he's been freaking out about, we're missing someone.
Jade, yes, and I realized where my train of thought was going, and then I lost it, and now I found it again. Jade, suffice to say, you threw me for a loop, but we're here. What are you doing once you're aboard the ship?
I'm tailing. So Jade wants to see where this guy is and get some more information because they mentioned very specifically Sable. Why are they looking for Sable? So she feels a certain kind of pull towards that. So as she settles into the back of the ship, she's going to cast Pass Without a Trace to give her some extra coverage. And she's going to do a little bit of investigating to see what's up here and find Mr. Penguin, as it were. Hello?
Did we just lose Mark?
No.
Sorry, I muted to take a drink and didn't unmute. I would like you to make a stealth check for me, and depending on that, I will tell you how I want you to make your investigation check.
Can I still cast Pass Without a Trace?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
That is such an underrated spell.
Yes.
Alex
So
knows.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you a +10.
Yes.
It do, and Jade's gonna flavor it as she does because she's amazing. Eventide God dang it, I can speak Latin. I know what I'm doing. Eventide regina nunc vestiga cadant suca petalia. She's gonna say, "Come, queen, now let the traces fall like petals," and she'll just be cloaked in black petals as she kind of clings to the shadows and investigates. Her clothing is gonna go dark as well too, as she gets into full stealth mode.
I'm just imagining the hair clothes suit up scene from Bayonetta as Fly Me to the Moon blares in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's just the woodwind cover in the background because it's got to be quiet. The cargo hold is pretty devoid, as you get the feeling that the ship isn't typically used for long hauls. There's a few boxes here and there, but that means that it's easy to move around down in the cargo hold. With your Pass Without a Trace and the stealth and a 32 on a stealth check, I would like you to make your investigation at advantage, please.
Cooties.
I'd also like to note, just for this entire foray, I'm going to give you inspiration.
Congrats.
He even admitted he was not planning this.
Okay. On a 17 for investigation and a 32 stealth, you manage to slink your way through the ship. It is a very simple ship, as it has to be made for folks who wear massive armor and walk around basically standing near 7 feet tall. The few that you hear on board do not seem to be guarding their tongues, and you can actually hear conversations. There's only a couple happening at once. One of them seems to be between two folks that are on break, sort of in the mid decks. Two of the knights that are sitting there having a drink as they head back to Kaiser Dome. One of them comments, "Oh, did you hear of the contract that House Jennyme dropped?" And the other one finishes his drink and pipes up, "Yeah, I hear Cal's going after it now. It's a big one. She was mighty angry when she lost it. Might be she still gets a chance." "Ah, the tower's poor as dirt. They've got nothing. My money's on Elo taking it. What with Yell being out of the picture."
I knew what half
Their
of this meant.
their conversation sort of peters off into arguing of whether or not Cell of House Laken is going to be picking up this contract. They don't seem to have any real information or don't speak on it much, just with the rumors that they are perpetuating. It's the quieter conversation that catches your attention. First, you tune into hearing Boswell's voice. "No, everything seemed pretty decent. The folk on that ship are good people." "And did you see any of the Gith?" "No, none. Not a hair." "And, what of that Autobot? Autognome?"
Transform.
He seemed to have a lot of knowledge, but he did seem a little odd." It's then that a feminine voice breaks in. And what of the Astral elf? Was he with the plasmoid? There was only one plasmoid, but there were a few astral elves. The Xerixian. The one with the hair. The plaited hair. Yes, in fact, he was their captain. Until they put me up here. I see.
A little sellout.
The conversation goes quiet, and you hear the muttering between what you presume to be Auric and the feminine voice. You are still in the low decks, they are in the mid decks. What would you like to do?
I would like to plant one of my hellbores in the corner, kind of have it snake up somewhere so it can listen in as I go through the ship. So whenever I need to reach it, I can attune to it. So is that something that would work?
Yeah, I would say as long as you can touch a surface that it exists on, you can attune to it. You can reach out to it.
I'd like to fix it towards a vent. That way it's a little more, easier to access. She needs to grab it and pull forward.
Okay.
Making mental notes of everything she's hearing.
You manage to find a nook to place it that will allow for it to sort of snake throughout the ship a little bit. As you make your way to the mid decks, still with a 32 on your stealth, I'm not even going to make you roll again. You work your way past the two on guard duty towards the rear of the ship where this conversation is happening. You can tell it seems to be in what appears to be the captain's quarters. And Boswell, the door is cracked somewhat, and Boswell is sitting just within view, sitting on a chair, sort of kicking his little flipper feet, sort of patiently waiting for the next question. You can see that the room is relatively dark, dim lighting, but the back of the ship has a series of windows that look out that you did not see on the other side of the metal. Seemingly plates of metal over the windows.
Yeah,
but they can see through.
Yeah.
The voices don't become any louder, but what you do see gives you pause. The woman seems to be glowing faintly gold. She has she's facing away from you, but she's got platinum blonde hair and seems to be wearing some relatively simple but ornate robe, sort of like a minor nobility. As she spins around, however, to speak to Boswell, it's when you notice that her irises are gold and the rest of her eyes are pitch black. You recognize the description of Princess Zadali.
Oh boy.
I was going to say, she looks very familiar for a different reason, but yeah, continue.
She spins around and looks at Boswell. You could see the utter contempt on her face, as if she despises dealing with any creature that is not even close to her station. You said he was the captain. Yes, I did. They said that he asked me to take over for speaking with the Brothers of Grey. All right. Lieutenant, keep an eye on them. I have matters to attend to. And you see as she turns to head towards the door, towards you. Is there anything you'd like to do in this moment?
It might be a little too quick, but she's going to drop a hellboard seed. Not activate it, but just drop it. And are the vents big enough for me to slip into?
No.
Okay. Do I see any kind of coverage around me where I can kind of disappear?
There is a series of, or a flight of steps that go down deeper into the ship where you came from, and then a flight of steps that goes up to the upper deck.
I'm going to go deeper.
Okay,
Just
you're
to
gonna
get out of the way
okay.
while she moves right.
And as she exits the door, you hear the clipped sounds of a stately walk as she goes upstairs to the top of the deck of the ship. Auric stands facing away from Boswell for where you can see him, and after a moment, you watch his shoulders slump, and he turns around. Boswell Steeple, it is my genuine displeasure that you have fallen in with enemies of our belt. Your sentence, as I stand here as judge, jury, and executioner of the lieutenant of the Oath of the Watchers, Auric the Plate, I sentence you to death. He pulls his great sword.
As he's pulling the great sword, I cast blindness on him.
Okay. What's the save on that?
I have no idea.
DC 16, Constitution.
What is going on?
He reaches for the sword that's sitting on the desk next to him, and his eyes glass over. You have tricks, Dawar. They will not save you.
She jumps in and like dives, pulling him out.
Okay. I want you to make an acrobatics check for me, please, with advantage.
Okay, good.
I don't know why it's throwing so many dice. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. With a 15 acrobatics, you manage to jump forward and tackle the back of the chair where Boswell is sitting as a large silver greatsword sweeps just over your head, where the Dawar's head would have been a moment before. The paladin, Auric, seems confused for a moment that his strike missed, and he lifts a hand to his face. His hand glows for a moment, and you see the blindness, the glaze of his eyes disappear, and he locks eyes with you. I had a feeling.
Girl, cheese it.
You have a moment to respond and react.
I cast Charm Person.
Okay.
I'm popping wheelies. I think that's my last spell.
And that's another DC 16. His eyes roll back into the back of his head for a second, and then he comes back forward. I will not be done by your tricks twice, witch. And he swings again. I would like you to tell me your AC, please.
13.
Ooh, that's a D100.
Ooh, that's 55 damage.
Don't scare us.
Boswell actually responds in this moment and, sort of pinned to the ground as he is, sees the blade and shoves you over, and it hits the ground between the two of you. And he hops up on his feet. We need to get out of here.
You do.
And it's at this moment where you see Auric sort of explodes with a light. The entire back half of the ship is illuminated in an explosion. And I think that's where we'll end our session.
Oh my god.
Man, why is everything gotta be blowing up?
Oh my god.
I keep forgetting to use my inspiration, and I'm holding my little inspiration token, and I hate myself.
I will allow, for this session, I will allow those to go to the next because we're still kind of in the same scene.
Yeah, maybe use it for later.
That was such a great episode. That was incredible. Wow. Hey, everyone, thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for tuning in all over every night. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to everyone, all our partners. Adams Family Gaming. Go check them out at etsy.com/shop/Adams with the Z Family Gaming. Hey, big shout out to Pax and Jax, our 2 newest members who've been gaming with us. They are legends. Check us out playing some Helldivers 2. We'll be live tomorrow and playing some more. Man, this was a great episode. I am tied in a knot about what's going on here, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for next episode. Hey, thanks everyone for tuning in. Mark, take us away, buddy.
Yeah, so like Matt said, thank you for being here. We love all of you. We appreciate you being here. And until next week, oh, don't forget to wash your dice. And until next week, we'll see you in 2 weeks from now, we'll see you in the stars.
Yeah.
Till next time.
All right, guys, that was a great episode. I got you here for a few more minutes.
Mahalo.
Awesome. I'm not rolling. 7 dice.
Welcome to the show.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello.
We got a few minutes to kill
Hi.
here as we wait for day. And Marina, looking beautiful as always. Thank you so much for joining us. Mark, you're looking every bit as beautiful too. So thank you for joining us as well. I'm so glad to see you guys tonight. You guys ready
Yeah, it's
for-
good to see ya.
I've been thinking about this game the last 2 weeks, but really the last week since we had our behind the scenes and got some more clarity on it. I'm excited. Ready to go. Ready to do this. Any thoughts, Marina? What's going on? Well, we got a few minutes here. How have you been lately? What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to?
So I've been hyper fixated on audio logs and radio broadcasts that are within lore of different survival horror games. So, like the radio broadcast that's going on during the Raccoon City outbreak.
Yeah.
Like, there's these YouTube channels where it's got, like, you know, what's happening in a xenomorph outbreak or like an ice age apocalypse or like a floral outbreak. And I just listened to one that was going on today that was gosh, I forget, Evil Dead, like what happened in the cabin before the events of Evil Dead occurred. So it's really awesome. It's basically an audiobook that some amazing YouTube creators have created.
Oh,
And
that's
it's just,
awesome.
if you love horror, if you love
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Marina.
Oh, no.
She'll be back with us here shortly. But
And then no, it looks like Dayton's working on getting his way in here.
sounds good. We'll be starting relatively shortly here. Marina will be back. If you are in her Discord, check it out. She posts them all the time. They're very cool and fun to listen to, especially if you're into that like late 90s, early 2000s survival horror video game scene. I know I was. I think.
She's so talented.
Oh, yeah. So take a listen. Check it out. We got a bunch of projects coming up here soon, and I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about them while I got it so we don't got to cut into game time later. We got Table of Tales coming out soon. We're going to have a live viewing in our Discord here. Date to be determined. So join our Discord. You can be one of the first to see episode 1 with us and let us know what you think and your thoughts on it. We have a Cosmere live play coming very, very, very well, I shouldn't say that very because that makes it sound like next week. But soon. That's our next big project we're tackling, and Mark's going to be DMing it. He is the guru of the club when it comes to Cosmere, and I'm super excited to be taking on that adventure. And we got some other great shows on our YouTube. Play with me, play with us, where you can come on, stream with us in the Discord. We've been playing a lot of Helldivers lately. Super fun. The new Warbond's cool. Check out our YouTube for past episodes and also our How to Play. I got a new series that I've been working on. It's quick 1-minute episodes of myself just reading the rules in kind of a short format. Share them. They're all kid friendly, easy to learn, easy to
Very
bite.
easy to digest.
Yeah, bite-sized rules. So barely any over a minute, and you can learn how to play D&D from the toilet if you want. That's kind of was my plan, because that's, a good spot to learn your best board games. Anyways, go to our YouTube, check them out, let us know what you think. I'll be making a lot more. Maybe let me know your ideas, what you want to see. I can make some more tutorial videos on tabletops if you guys are enjoying them. So go check them out. I want to do a big shout out real quick here to all of our partners, especially Adams Family Gaming. They are hosting all of our merch. Go check it out at Adams Family Gaming. That's Adams with a Z. That's etsy.com/shop/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. Search for DDC and you'll find our merch there. We got t-shirts and hoodies there. I normally wear them on the stream, but today I am Valen in flesh. So, he trumps the awesome merch they have there, unfortunately. Go check it out, buy some. Let them know Big Mash You and the DDC sent you, or let them know Valen sent you, or let them know Jade Fox sent you. whoever. Now go check out Mythical Meats too, and pick up some of these great beef stick snacks here. I got one I'm gonna be munching on tonight. It's Trailblazer Treat. It's hickory smoked venison with beef stick, and it looks delicious. These are made by Mythical Meats and sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, so they're all like authentic D&D snacks, and they're delicious. So make sure you check them out and give them a try. A big shout out to Eldritch Foundry for helping us make all of our minis for Table of Tales when we get together and do our live shows. You can use ZDC Live for 15% at checkout also with them. Big shout out to D&D Adventure Club for Table of Tales and providing all the material for them. It's going to be a great episode tonight. I'm sure there's some more partners and people along the way we've worked with that I'd love to do a shout out to, and I will try to remember them all. But big shout out to the most important partner in this whole thing. That is you, the viewer. So thank you to all of you guys tuning in, watching me play games, watching us play games, watching us play some D&D, and just be silly. It's great fun to see everyone kind of engage in the Discord and on YouTube and Twitch. So wherever you're watching, sit back and relax. We got a great episode for you tonight. It's Chapter 3, Episode 2. I'm excited. So, Mark, you got anything for us while we wait here?
Nothing really. I think Dayton's just waiting for his moment to break in here in a second. So I think I'll do our recap, and then we'll do introductions, and we'll jump into it.
Big disclaimer here. It is Alex's son's birthday tonight. So big shout out to Alex and his son. I'm not going to say his name, but happy birthday to him. I hope they're having a lot of fun. The last I heard, they were trying the new Lego D&D set tonight with the family. I'm sure at work tomorrow I'm going to hear all about it. Anyways, big shout out to Alex, but even bigger shout out to, I almost said his name. Even bigger shout out to his son. I hope he's having a great birthday. Sorry, I want to throw that in there before we got too far and everyone's like, where's Alex?
Yeah, 100%. All right, so last time on first introductions. I am your humble DM, Mark. I have spruced up a Light of Xerxes module into something a little bit bigger, a little bit more in depth, with a little more politicking, and just a lot more going on in general, including an entirely new area that I call the Great Belt. The Great Belt is something that we will explore more as we go. And right now they're on the edge of the Great Belt at a place called Kaiser Dome. So, last time on Echo of the Astral Sea, our last session, our party was on approach to Kaiser Dome. They were first approached, however, by a group called the Brothers of Grey. Just prior to this, Tin Man and Nico recognized that they needed to not have Valen out in the open and suggested that Boswell take over as emissary to the Brothers of Grey. Boswell agreed, stating that his boss had dealings with them, so he was, of course, the natural choice. Jade assisted Valen with a mask in the shape of an obscuring fencer's mask and allowing Valen to avoid outing his identity. Taking it a step further, Valen pretended to be mute. The apparent leader of the Brothers of Grey, Auric the Plate, had some questions. He asked if they'd seen someone named Sable, and asked after the disappearance of a ship called the Scylla Black. He also asked after a pair of Gith Zerai, but offered no explanation as to why any of these questions were important. Wise to the idea of leaving one's captain to do all the talking, Auric took Boswell into custody and questioned the rest of the party. Once he'd said his piece, he turned and began departing with his ship. Jade had other plans, however, and with an acknowledgement from the crew, leapt overboard to tail and infiltrate the ship. Malik Haverstance then boarded, stepping off his jammer bike, older brother to Miken Haverstance, whom the group had met at the academy. He asked the necessary questions and chatted with the crew before leading them towards Kaiser Dome. He found a berth for them, despite Nico's awkward attempts at telepathic conversation, and suggested that they start getting people offloaded. Meanwhile, Tin Man kept an eye on the brothers' ship. Inside, Jade snuck her way past some guards, leaving some listening hellebores before picking up on conversation between two of the brothers. They spoke about contracts and how there was a recent one. However, House Jennymead seemed to snap it up before House Lecken, leaving them frustrated, and their leader looking for a way to get their hands on said contract. Furthermore, Jade had heard a quieter conversation, one between three individuals. In Oric's cabin, Jade noticed Oric, Boswell, and a blonde woman who spoke with a sneer. She wore simple but finely fashioned clothes, but they could do little to hide the telltale look of her eyes, black sclera and gold irises, the eyes of Zix, native only to Zerix's space and the royal family, meaning she could be none other than Princess Zedali. She told Oric to finish things up here before departing. Oric took his sword from the table and lifted it, reciting Boswell's death sentence and attempting to carry out said sentence. Jade, however, lunged into action and tackled Boswell to the ground, casting darkness on the unsuspecting paladin. He cleared his blindness a moment later and resisted Jade's attempt to charm him. Oric began to glow before the back panel of his cabin exploded. As we pick up, Jade, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Do I still have inspiration?
You do still have your inspiration. Not that you'll need it. So with a 20 on your Constitution save, the explosion washes over you as the back of the ship sort of implodes. And the debris is flung past you. You see it pinging and then knocking Oric around as he comes back down to his feet. And he seems to fall forward after a moment. And on the where the wall was a moment ago, you can see what looks to be the beginning of a war zone. The fresh air rushes in of Kazerdone, and outside you can see the small area where the ship is docked, and Boswell is at your side trying to pull you out of the open hole in the ship. You see several folks outside with weapons drawn, fighting off something off to the side that you cannot yet see. One is knelt with a crossbow leveled at something off to the left from where you can see here. I need to bring you over to the map. I apologize. Here we go. So you can see yourself and Boswell at the lower right part of the map here. The wooden area there is the back of the ship that you would be pulled out of a moment later. And you can see two knights or two folks in armor fighting off something a little more concerning. This hulking creature is coated in a crimson red skin that seems to fall and flail in ways that a natural individual might not, immediately giving lie to that this is some sort of aberration. You see as the two knights that are closest to it, one lays in with a crossbow, and it seems to ignore it entirely as it is holding another of the knights in front of it, sort of draping over the knight's head as you hear muffled screams and crunching bone before the body goes limp in his arms and drops to the ground. You can see several corpses already here having made the same treatment. This is what's called an Eater of Knowledge. What would you like to do?
What can I see is immediately around me? Is this just an open area?
It is an open area. It seems to be a spot for them to set down their ships.
How tall is that fence?
That fence is about 5 feet.
And there's just two
Stone.
warriors, there's nobody else, that's it? Okay.
You can see an opening behind the the Eater of Knowledge that goes out further, but right now you see 2 bodies on the ground and 2 moving bodies.
Those are Oryx men?
You're
Or are
not
these
sure,
people?
but considering that they seem to be wearing similarly colored armor, but they are less armored up. They seem to be wearing half plate and otherwise fatigues instead of the full plate that the paladins wear. Perhaps recruits, perhaps guards.
Can I do a history check to
Sure.
get an understanding of what they are?
Absolutely. With a 12 in history, it stands to reason that being in the area here and judging by the symbolism on their gear, they are very likely either lower ranking or recruits of this chapter of the Brothers of Grey.
To my direct right, past Boswell, is just a 5-foot wall, even though it doesn't go, even though I don't see it in the map.
Correct. This is an enclosed area.
Boswell, we need to get out of here. I would suggest we sneak off to the right and just evade that big giant thing and these men.
You're telling me. Yes, we should be about it. Let's go. Remind me, it has been less than 10 minutes since you used your pass without a trace. Would that still be in effect?
So I cast 2 spells since my pass without a trace. I don't want to be a stickler, but I don't think it's active anymore.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure. So Boswell is going to turn and start running this way. He's going to go as far as his little feet can carry him. And go ahead and make your moves, attacks, what have you.
Yeah, I'm going to follow suit, evading, following right behind him.
All right. Go ahead. Okay, cool. You do have access to your. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Not at the moment. I'm just running. I think that's appropriate.
I would like you to quickly make an initiative, or roll for initiative, please. And then we're going to go over to Tin Man and Valen. Thank you.
And
Can I use my roll? I'm just joking. Go on ahead.
so I saw the giant explosion at the back of the ship.
Correct. You are about, I believe, if memory serves, I got it noted here. You're about 900 feet away and about 200 feet off the ground.
Okay, on kind of like a different deck of the landing bay.
Sort of. You're in a tree-like structure that is a structure that lets people walk down it, but it is where the ships settle. So it's like a parking garage for ships.
Sounds good. As I see the explosion and I see it was down by the ship Marina is on, I'm gonna make my way and yell for Tin Man, "Hey, follow up! We got some trouble!" And kind of hastily jump over the railing, kind of take my laser pistol out, and kind of get ready, like doing not parkour because you can't really parkour in armor and stuff. I'm not like that type of guy, but I'm trying to move quickly. If there's a door, I'll run through it, type energy, not wait to open it.
Yeah.
And
just to confirm, Tin Man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm following behind. You ain't got to tell me twice.
All right. So Tin Man, from where you are, you got to watch much of this unfold. As you were keeping and stated that you were keeping a watch on what was happening to the ship from the Brothers of Grey. As they landed, you noticed that just outside of their complex, near some of their tents, the steel floor or the ground of Khazar-dûn began to twist in a whirlpool of metal and start to consume in on itself, leaving a blue bubble just up here.
Am I to assume that is normal?
Well, considering a moment later, you recall that you have a device that you picked up in the Hakathan, or the Beholder ship, the Tyrant ship. It begins beeping wildly. And the loudspeakers of Kaiser Doan begin, or the static goes through, and then you hear a voice very clearly start speaking. Rupture, rupture, rupture. Alert, planar rupture detected. All Walgard respond. Locale, Donin Jennymead. Donin Elo. Donin Toddfast. And the klaxon starts sounding as everyone is brought to alert. Velen,
Looking at the
carry on.
device in my hands, I'll probably call up to Velen and be like, I don't know if the two things are related, but I do believe this just got bigger for us. It might offer us some cover. It might offer us a dead end. Let's see if we can get up there faster, because I think they're about to get real distracted real fast.
Yeah, I'll hear it, and I'm already moving in the direction. He's just
So
verifying
you begin
everything I was
taking-
already kind of going through already. Like weird space stuff going on. More weird space stuff. Yeah, I'm going.
As you start taking stairs down in these crosshatch or crossback stairways, about 3 levels down at the end of one of the stairways, you see Malik pull up in his jammer bike. He's got his helmet on, he's wearing his armor, and he says, I think I could take both of you. Hop on.
I'll look kind of like back at Tin Man as I like slide in my shoes to a stop. And
Tin Man is just like nodding, like waving his hands forward. Go, go, go.
And I'll jump on the bike with Malik. And kind of notion him to go, like with the hand arm signal just over his head, shoulder.
All right, Tin Man, as Velen hops on and motions him to go, I'd like you to make a quick athletics check to see if you make it in time.
I would absolutely love to do that. Let me see if I can get you one of those. What do you need? Okay, so my poor computer is crashed today.
Okay.
But that's okay. I can make do. I rolled a 3, so 6 altogether.
Okay. You go to mount the railing around the stairs, and your foot catches and you begin falling. Velen, would you like to do anything in this moment?
I will quickly take my action to pull out my rod from my gear. And as we're going, like, I don't think he's stopped.
Fish me.
I'm gonna like flip back around, kind of like you see on a jet ski when someone's riding back and watching the tube, and pull out my reel and just try to hook him as we're going.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check. I'll give you advantage.
Thank you. I'm gonna need that. How about a 16?
Okay. Tin Man, you see the twirling light, the light flash off of the twirling line as it reaches towards you as Velen casts. Well, what are you going to do?
Holy, caught me by the tailpipe.
So you feel a tug, and the jammer bike lurches as Miken is a little, or Malik, dang it, we'll get it. As Malik just seems to give a moment of surprise and then floors it, and it begins moving a little faster. Tin Man, you have a grab on this. I would like you to pick somewhere in the right half of the map up here to land.
All right, do me a favor. I just got this map in front of me. Define right half.
So right half, basically where you see the wall in the lower right, anything around those tents on the right side.
All right. I will land myself.
I've got your token here.
I was gonna say, oh GM, my lovable GM, where is mine token?
Right in the center, next
there
to
he
those
is.
3 people.
All right, we're just gonna go ahead and land him right there.
All right. For a rough landing, you're going to take 3 bludgeoning damage, unless you'd like to make an acrobatics check to stick the landing.
Or, Valen, from your perspective, you just hear a as a whole bunch of veneer thrusters kind of disengage at the same time. And I am going to go ahead and take advantage of my monk slow fall to cushion that.
All right. Spring boots and vernier thrusters. You land behind the tent here, but as you passed over, both you and Valen will have seen this. Things aren't looking too great over here either. You'll see that sort of attacking the tents and pulling people out is another one of these large creatures, these large aberrant creatures, and a humanoid in dark red robes sitting nearby, just sort of watching everything happen. These 3 near the table are on their knees and bound. What would you like to do? You have basically a surprise action.
I'm gonna like kind of make hand signs over to Valen, kind of showing that I've got my eyes in on them and kind of trying to get a feel for what his thoughts are.
Valen is still about 30 feet up in the air as the jammer bike is coming into land. You landed first. That's why you're getting your surprise action.
Yeah, as I see
I
him
So it's just me, myself,
doing
and
the
I.
hand and eye signs, I'll point to the aberrant and just like give him like a knife across the throat. Like, what are you waiting for?
All right, then. I'm going to go ahead. 30, make myself right up there. Oh, wait. I'm a monk. Yeah, I can get right up on the wall. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Stargrazer, kind of line up the shot right on the wall there. And more than anything, I've got the shot at the ready, but I'm going to hold that action. I'm kind of just using my fancy Eye of the Eagle here. I'm trying to get view on this and see what's going on. What is happening over here?
And you're looking towards the upper left, yeah?
Yeah.
We just lost you, Matt.
1 second. Keep going. It's all right.
Or did we ever have him at all?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So using your Eyes of the Eagle and looking up that way, you see a cluster of bodies all gathered around this growing sphere or hemisphere, as it were, as it is partially sticking out of the ground. It seems to be growing slowly and swirling with planar energies that you don't quite recognize or understand, but every so often another person steps through out of this. It is churning and pulling at the steel beams of the ground and uprooting and up adjusting everything that's beneath it, sort of chewing away at its surroundings as it grows. One thing you notice is that in the cluster of humanoid bodies is one that is a little bit smaller but is floating. It looks like a mind flayer but in miniature. This is what's referred to as a gnomish ceramorph. And it seems to be focused heavily on this sphere. Valen, you and Malik come in for a landing. And I would like both you and Tin Man to roll initiative, please.
Yeah. Nice little 7.
Oh my gosh, it's right next to mine.
Oh my gosh. You weren't kidding. This place isn't looking too good.
I'll take that.
12.18 question mark exclamation point.
Sometimes you don't round down.
Nani?
All right. Got everybody. Valen, you.
Yeah, mine's a
7.
Yeah. Oh.
Tin Man's in there at 12. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. It rolled twice. Sorry.
All right. All right. So at the top of the turn order, none of you really see this, so I won't narrate it.
Horrible
Things are happening. Quick, observe the board.
Horrible, terrible things.
Jade, you and the Dawar hear the yells, a battle cry, as it were, of these two individuals running in to fight the Eater of Knowledge. It sounds something of a prayer, but in a language you don't recognize. Directly ahead of you, however, atop the wall here, this fence, you notice a little top hat pop out and then crouch down.
Top hat or cowboy hat?
Tin Man, remind me, do you have a top hat or a cowboy hat?
It was meant to be a cowboy hat, but somehow all of the art involved has slowly morphed more top hat.
So a cowboy hat.
At this point, it's Schrodinger's hat.
A bowler hat.
I was gonna say a bowler hat. Well, we're gonna figure all that out.
So, but yes,
it must be
you see Tin Man
canonized.
crust that, and then Tin Man, funnily enough, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, magically make my camera work. Well, that aside, yeah, Tin Man is in as far as a mechanical artifice can. He's like hyperventilating. There is sort of an active sound of pumping bellows in his chest as he locks eyes with a ceramorph. He is not happy to know that those things are here. That said, he's still questioning how involved we want to get. In the middle of them defending their home. They clearly are used to doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my shot lined up and I'm going to continue to move up closer and closer, try and close the gap. And also every now and then keeping my eyes back on Valen and kind of waiting for his spontaneity to decide my next move.
I guess. Oh yeah, I'm.
All right.
Oh, I'm not up yet.
Yeah. It's not quite your turn. Yes. So as you move up the wall here, ahead and to the left of you, you do see this other Eater of Knowledge taking on these two Brothers of Grey. It moves up to engage them, and it's going to make a few attacks on one of them. Oh, okay. It walks up, and you watch as one large tendrilled arm comes down and then crushes the individual into the ground. And then the next one comes down and then crushes them even further, grabbing them and lifting them up. You recognize this as what mind flayers typically do before they consume the brains of an individual. While his friend sits there and vainly attempts to strike at the creature to get rid of them or to free them somehow. The person seems unconscious already. Valen, it is your turn. Jade, you're coming up next.
Seeing Tin Man not take the shot, I'm like a little confused. But I'm gonna kind of take some cover in the explosions in the dust going around and kind of like get my bearings here as I kind of make my way forward this way here. But I'm also kind of looking for Jade too. Not kind of, that's my main purpose down here. I'm looking for Jade, so I'm not trying to fight, but if anything comes near, I'm blasting.
Okay. From when you hop off the jammer bike, you see Malik watching as all of this happens, and he slowly takes his helmet off and notices you moving off to the side. He gives you a look. I thought we came down here to save people.
My people.
He gives a nod, and you hear him rev up his jammer bike, and he jets off straight ahead towards the Eater of Knowledge on his bike. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Phil?
No, I'm like just like surprised. He just Vin Diesel'd Fast and Furious his way into that monster. And I'm like shocked.
He's gonna go save his people.
And I'm gonna kind of duck and look over my shoulder for Valen. Do a few like just like shots, not at anyone, but like covering it, shots, and tried my wig my way up to Tin Man.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a few or make your attacks with your gun just to see if you do hit anything.
Yep. Natural one. They're really real blind shots, like
just over the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's suppressing fire.
Yeah.
A moment later, you hear an explosion very, very close behind, and Mikan is flung and lands in the ground a few feet ahead of you. He doesn't look terribly worse for wear, but he looks relatively beat up. What kind of damage did that do?
Did I shoot his bike?
I kind of like that idea more. Now, you get the idea that you get the hunch that he rammed it into the creature.
Fair enough.
Jade, the Dawar, seeing Tin Man, he points, "We should be finding him. He's good at this stuff."
Boswell, you do not move without me. Do you understand? You stay behind me. You stand to cover. And wherever I move, you follow. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. We keep moving towards that wall. We want to get over it. Do you understand?
I do. He seems a little solemn, but he falls in with you. It's your turn. Go ahead.
These squares, what are they, 5 feet each?
Yes.
We're going to get as close to that wall as possible. Well, I'm going to follow where Boswell's going, but that's where we're going. The idea is, sure, we're going to meet up with Tin Man, but I want to get to that wall as soon as possible.
You can get there with half of your movement. It only takes 15 feet. It would probably take another 5 feet to go directly up. But aside from that, you have mounted and gotten over the wall.
Perfect.
You still have your action, so what else would you like to do now that you're here?
Since we're over the wall, I'm going to go and we're going to be heading north, essentially, to try and kind of meet. I mean, I see Tin Man, but we're going to kind of circle around this wall eventually. Yeah. Perfect.
For sure. All right. Let's see. All right, Tin Man, you'll be coming up shortly, but we got some movement. From where you're standing and keeping your shot, you notice and hear as the chanting from that direction grows louder. They all take one step back in unison, and the sphere grows larger, consuming more of the steel around it and growing taller as well. You could see on the damaged tents to the left here as they seem to be slowly pulled towards as the flaps start to lift up and drift towards this sphere.
Oh no.
Directly ahead of you, you can see that
a random cow slowly being pulled in.
We got cows.
Just ahead of you, you can see that by those tents, several of the cultists have been moving forward, and they are engaged with another Eater of Knowledge, and several of the Brothers of Grey. One of them stands almost a full head higher than the others, clearly another of the fully anointed paladins. And they are going blow for blow with this Eater of Knowledge. You see as great bloodied arcs of the great sword slashed through this creature, freeing one of the individuals that was held, and then driving through its stomach. It doesn't flinch, but it does seem to feel it. And a moment later, a gray lightning bolt strikes once, and you can see as it the creature almost seems to lose its grip on this plane as it begins to fade for a moment. It is now your turn.
Tin Man,
Lovely.
Seeing Valen sort of land and hearing Malik make his stand against one of these creatures, joining his men, seeing these wardens fight, takes a moment, takes a breath, and his bellows kind of starts to slow. All right. Looks like we're not getting out of this that easy. Whew. Steadies his gun, steadies his aim. Let's see if we can take out some trash. And he is going to go ahead and take his first strike. So I'm going to aim for the Eater of Knowledge down here.
The closest one?
Yes, down to the south here.
Okay. Make your attacks.
And I'm going to go ahead and make an attack. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
I'm going to kind of miss the shot.
You do
shake his head a little bit. Oh, I know. We're going to kind of shake his head a little bit. He's going to kind of narrow up, seeing the walls here behind him. He's going to go ahead and make another shot.
Woo! A natural 20.
Oh, let's go.
We're going to go ahead and roll damage on that one.
It's such a beautiful sign.
And while we're at it, I'll go ahead and throw my Kensei shot on there for bonus action.
All right. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
He's still kind of calming his nerves and getting back into the swing of things. Aberrations are not his favorite kind of monster. Looking over his shoulder, do I spy Jade approaching?
Really quick, as a note, I just realized you held your action last turn.
I did.
So this is now the beginning of your turn. So if you'd like to make your attack again, feel free.
No, it's okay. I waited the action. I wasted it. As far as I'm concerned, he took the turn to catch his breath.
Okay. You no longer see Jade. You notice Boswell slip over the wall at the far end, and they are out of sight.
All right, I'm going to consider that a safe thing.
Are you doing anything else on your turn? You still have movement and a reaction.
Nope. I'm going to continue holding on my spot here. This seems like a safe spot to work from.
All right. Valen, Mikan is laying on Malik. Malik is laying on the ground near you, just sort of laughing to himself, sort of curled up. You could see the smoke coming off of his jacket, and he's no longer wearing his helmet. But he moves up to a sit, and he's like, I spent 3,000 silver on that thing.
And I'll reach my hand down and help him up, and I'll say, "Don't get attached to material things." As as I think about my green coat that I lost and how much I miss it.
He takes a breath and looks at the creature now reeling, partially on fire from having been run into by this jammer bike. I like that, but right now, I'm going to be mad. And
that's valid. That's valid.
And Malik rages.
And as he does, and
He's
I pick him up.
I love it.
As I pick him up and he starts raging, I'm going to do like that kind of like pick up, but like launch him over towards him. And then as he's moving over, I'm going to place a couple shots over, a shot over his shoulder.
All right.
I like that.
It's not that. I
But
rolled
right
the wrong
now,
one.
I'm going to be mad.
Oh, come on! 6.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I'll see it
Fire.
It go wide, and kind of just think about my green jacket again and how I would have made it if I had it, and look over at Tin Man and make sure he's doing okay, and then I'm going to just quickly Starlight step over to him.
All right. I believe your Starlight step is 30 feet.
Yep. So I'll move the 20 feet and then the jump to 30.
All right.
And
really quick, Valen, I'd like you to roll a D100.
Oh, wow. Let's do it.
Ooh, an effect table.
1 second. That's not on that. Okay. Roll a D100. Boom. Go. 26.
You can also roll 100 D1s.
Oh. That may have been hard. 26.
You fire your shot towards the Eater of Knowledge, and as the radiant bolt passes Malik, there seems to be an aura about him that diffracts the radiant light, and he is going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level.
Oh,
is he a wild magic barbarian? Yo, that's tight.
Yeah,
boy.
So it'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts. So that's 7d4. Not 74, 7d4. And the pummel into this creature. Some of them, one of them doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as the others, but he seems to be on the back foot. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
As I see that happen, I'm gonna tap Tin Man's shoulder and I'm like, I think he's our people. Help him.
Tin Man's gonna like jump, literally weapon raised up. Oh, Valen, you gotta warn a man before you do that. I didn't hear a single footstep.
I apologize, Timothy. And kind of like brace up next to him, kind of like the Army of Two style that we had going on last time.
Jade, you see down the wall that Valen and Tin Man seem to have linked up. What would you like to do?
Jade is going to. So we're over the wall. We're both over the wall at the moment.
Yes, you're on the opposite side of the wall.
Jade is going to lean down to Boswell and hand him one of her daggers, as well as a seed bomb.
Oh. I'm pretty good with a steel. But what is this? And he holds up the bomb.
No, I wanted to do that.
That
Sorry.
is a smoke screen. If things get dicey, I want you to throw it on the ground. It'll explode. You'll be safe. It'll give you just enough cover to run away. Do you understand?
I do, but you understand that my pride permits that as you have saved me, I must do the same.
I believe that all of that can happen after we've reached safety. I'd rather you
You're
be
right.
safe
I can save
in
you a
one
discount
place.
on my services.
She's just doing real fast.
Jade just gives this look of utter and complete disgust and just shakes her head at him and
Financial services,
turns over
not those
to
kinds of services.
does not help the
Keep-
situation,
keep digging that
Boswell.
hole.
Just dig that
My
hole.
God.
In fact, use that dagger. I would request that you dig that hole. Go ahead. Occupy yourself. I'm going to go do big girl things. And she's going to go join the others.
As you move closer to the others, you feel a decompression of air and the smell of the smoke, and then the sound of pitter patter, his little feet on the ground as he runs away.
Immediately he's pop smoke and leaves.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm gone.
He's following orders. Yeah. We'll see you soon. I'll get a coupon for you.
She just feels her IQ points just constantly just dropping and dropping and dropping. And she's going to go join her other friends that are probably going to make that even worse.
We
Do
have
you
that
have
effect.
control of your...
Yeah. Do I just link up with them or just run a couple steps towards them?
You can go ahead and link up with them. They're within 30 feet. Yeah. Valen, Tin Man, you're standing there. You finished your turns, and, well, you don't actually hear anyone approach. But ahead of you, you notice that the cultists shift. A couple more pull off down this way, and another starts moving this. The bodies on the ground start to shift and pull themselves up. And like puppets on marionette strings. And Valen, I need you to make a intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Oh, that's easy. That's my bread. The heck? 1 second. That's my
We win
bread
those.
and butter.
Mhm.
Here we go. That's a plus. Error or some. Okay. +7. So 21. It wouldn't let me do a
Alright.
normal one, but yes.
It's all good. So I think we will pick up with the repercussions of that roll when we get back from break.
Oh, all right. Oh my gosh, what an episode we got going on here. This is fantastic. I got my armor back on. I got my medallion. I've got it on full display now. Ready to go. Full cosplay. I got everything unpacked and unlocked, ready to go for my move. Hey, I want to thank everyone who showed up tonight to tune in. Watch this great episode. Mark's killing it out there. I want to take a few moments here just to say thank you to you guys. Thank you to everyone on the Discord, on Instagram, on YouTube for tuning in, saying hello, leaving a comment, showing us some follow and some love. Big shout out to our partners over at Adam's Family Gaming for hosting all our merch. Make sure you go over there and buy some merch today. That is etsy.com/shop/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. They have all our DDC merch. Just search DDC and you'll find it. It's great stuff to see us wearing in streams other than our live events. Big shout out to Mythical Meats for giving me all the snacks that keep my belly full. And big shout out to Eldritch Foundry and Die Hard Dice for all the tabletop goodies. Hey, we got a great show coming up here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Before I take my little break here, I'm going to slap one more pack of Magic cards. See what we're getting. There were no new subscribers tonight yet, but maybe there'll be some more. If you subscribe during the stream, I will open up a pack of Magic cards and send them to you if they're any good. All right, here we go. Guy in the chair, that is me. Venom's Hunger. Starling, Aerial Ally. Doc Ock's Henchman. Steel Wrecking Ball. Lurking Lizards. Venomized Cat. Craven, Proud Predator. Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Piloted by Penny. Lizard, Connor's Curse. J. Jonah Jemison. Venomized Cat Shiny, and an Island. Hey, we're going to be going to some local game stores here in the Metro Detroit area very soon, playing some live Magic. I'm a new player. I got a bunch of new cards, but there's plenty of people in the club that'll be there playing with us. So tune in. We're going to be showing up to live events real soon, and I can't wait to share it. So check out our YouTube, check out our Twitch, check out our Instagram, say hello, leave a follow, leave a comment, share it. There's plenty of great content. I got to go use the restroom. We'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll be ready to go for the rest of the episode. See you soon.
J. Jonah Jemison.
Yeah, I caught
Yep.
that.
Might have lost a couple of cool points there, boss.
Give me photos of Spider-Man.
Give me photos of Spooderman. You might need to answer to Dayton, by the way.
No. Let him have it. Let him have it.
Oh, he didn't.
All right. We are all getting back
All right.
here. And we're
Welcome
all set.
back.
Yeah, take it away, Mark.
Thank you. So, where we left off, our crew seems to have gotten themselves wrapped up in the middle of an attack on Kaiser Dome by some aberrant creatures that are here for who knows why yet. They seem to be working their way through the nearby guards and soldiers and consuming them, as it were, at least until Tin Man got a little. He got the ick and decided that he wanted to help out, and Malik himself threw himself into the fray. The most recent thing was we had Valen make an intelligence saving throw as one of these cultists seemed to step a little forward. Valen, you feel the cold reaches of fingers on your psyche, then the twitching of something attempting to hijack your nervous system before you find your center and banish it away. You have successfully repelled a command spell.
Easy. Light work for an astral elf like myself.
Right. The other... Am I losing everyone on camera? Am I the only one on camera?
Nope, you're just Marina's gone.
Oh, let me refresh them really quick because I only see me.
Sounds good.
I mean, it's a good thing to see.
It's a great thing.
There we go. Okay.
Mute.
But you notice that the local brothers of Grey are
Mute
fighting
in
back.
Video Ninja. There you go.
You notice that the Brothers of Grey are fighting back. They're giving it their all. Even Auric has finally gotten over his stun and is working his way down from the gangplank, well, the makeshift gangplank that is the ruins of his ship. In the distance, the cultists and the Ceramorph step back once more, and once more, the sphere grows, now almost consuming the nearby tents. The Brothers of Grey continue to fight back with a few really nice hits, really showing why they are here.
Dang.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right, and Tin Man, we come back around to you. Valen, you'll be up you'll be up soon. Sorry.
Sounds good. It does look like we lost.
So
Marina
posting up
here,
with she'll be okay.
Yep.
Posting back up with that wasn't intended. Anyways, yeah,
It's a
so
messy
posting back
night.
up with Valen here. It is. Just be like aberrations, flayers of minds, the illithid. I gotta say, I got 1,001 nightmares about these here, and just for all the same reasons I didn't want to have to deal with beholders on Hakatha, I want to much be here. But we can't leave these folks to nothing. They're dang good trained on dealing with just this kind of thing, but I'll tell you, there ain't no one who deals with these brain eaters without getting a few loss. So let's see what we can do. Earn ourselves some friends here. Maybe slip out the back while things are still burning afterwards. But I ain't going to leave them to nothing.
And I'm like shaking off the mind flare attack and snap 2. And you're right. Let's focus our fire and help Malik. Is that his name?
Sounds like a plan to me. I bring my gun over kind of between Valen's legs there and focus northward. And I'm going to go ahead and take myself a shot.
All right. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Let's go.
The 22 will
Now,
hit.
I'm assuming the 22 hit. Well, tell me, I'm assuming the 12 does not hit. Is that correct?
That would be correct.
So Valen, you're in for a treat here, buddy. We're both kind of aiming in the same direction. You see me take my first shot, it rings through. The second shot, though, seems to go far. It misses. Suddenly, you hear a ping as it strikes off of one of the pittons, holding down the tent behind it.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and make use of an ability I have been itching to use.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go ahead and burn 2 key points to turn that 12 into a 16.
And that will beat the 15 you need.
Oh, let's go.
Both attacks will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
One bouncing off something.
Yes.
Let's go. Ooh.
Oh, but we're not done. Because I spent key points this turn, we get to really dig into what the gun monk does. And I get to use my key fueled attack. If you spend 1 key point or more, I get to attack again as a bonus action. Does a crit hit?
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, it hits. Yes, a 27 will hit.
Let's go.
All right. Man, my VTT is just slow today. There we go. Roll for me, boys.
Sorry, it's been kind of universally a messy night, so don't worry about it too much.
Ignore that second one. Okay, so that's 16 and 16 for 32, plus an added 8 for 40, plus 7, so 47. Tell me, DM, how does that work?
How would you like to do this?
Let's go.
I prefer you tell me.
My gun over. I'm feeling a little more loosey-goosey, a little more in the moment. Take the shot, it hits. Take the second shot, it seems to miss. Bounces off the nearby pit and hits it in the other side. And feeling more confident, feeling my skills coming back to me, Valen, you kind of see an energy start to overtake the weapon. It sort of takes on this rusty red nebula-like energy that's kind of exuding off the gun. And I fire my third shot, and it just kind of, instead of sounding like a gun, like powder fire, it sounds almost like a rail gun, like a phew.
And I just have one question. Did you do this between my legs like you said?
100%. All
Oh,
three
okay.
shots.
I just want to make sure.
That's the important part.
All 3 shots land with expert precision, catching the creature at different angles, and the final one tearing through its chest. It falls with a lumbering slam to the ground in a mushy, fleshy mess, sort of losing some of the consistency of its body. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. Just kind of there's just a little bit of a chuckle as he feels himself kind of getting back into the swing of things.
Right.
Ew.
So the one on the other side of the wall here batters its way past these first 2. One of them falls dead as he has already consumed him, and approaches Auric.
Oh, let's go.
He makes 2 heavy swings, the first one catching Auric clean in the face, rocking him backwards and knocking him on his rear. And the next one coming down to crush him into the dirt like he did the previous one, and Auric rolls free. Auric takes a swing with his great axe at the creature's legs using only a single hand, and he lands the hit clean. He attempts to get to his feet. What's that?
I'm just imagining like the Astartes, just like big, lumbering, every movement cuts wind.
He attempts to pull himself to his feet, but the ground underneath him gives way, and the metal starts to fall beneath him, and he manages to hold on and pull back, but there is a small chasm between the two of them now. Valen, it is your turn.
Yeah, seeing this long rifle appear between my legs and just absolutely go off, I'm going to jump over the barrel and like grab my lower region and just make sure everything's still in position as a firearm just went off real close to the jewels. And after that, I'll pop kind of back up and assess the battlefield. Like my heart is absolutely pumping. And as I see Auric take some damage behind me, I'm gonna shoot a laser bolt past him towards the enemy, and let's see. Oh, I'm sure 8 misses.
That's your dagger.
Oh, was it?
It would if you threw your dagger from this
You gotta go shiv him. You gotta go shiv him.
I could roll that. Oh, there we go. All right,
There you
10.
go.
10 still misses. And then I'll take out my Eldritch Cannon from my backpack and toss it out as a flame cannon goes next to Auric, and then attacks the monster.
That's a dexterity save, correct?
Yep, 15.
Fails. What's the damage?
He'll take 10 damage.
All right. The flames sort of cause the thin and scaly skin on it to start to dry out, and it does not seem to really like that as the flame starts to cook it somewhat. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, that's all. As I see the battlefield kind of collapse around us as our flanks get as they start covering our flanks, I'm going to just be actually like crazy nervous, looking for a way for at least us 3 to get out. You know, obviously help as many as we can, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure us 3 get the heck out of here. And that's done my turn.
Jade, it's your turn. The other 2 have yet to notice you're there.
Sorry, us 2 get out then.
Because no one in this friggin' party walks with footsteps.
So they haven't noticed I'm standing right next to them.
They're in the middle.
I didn't even notice Valid was there until I turned around.
But I noticed them.
Yes,
Can I tap them both on the shoulder?
absolutely.
I'm going to do that.
I'll turn around like surprised, and like it's not pointed at her, but it's like bumping her arm as she's approaching us. Whoa!
Now see her. I expect to sneak up on me.
I don't have any ranged weapons, but I can cover our flanks. But perhaps we should get out of here.
No can do. Hero mode activated.
Say his
Tin Man,
name
would you like
in
to
the
get going? Jade instantly just diverts.
I
Tin
say-
Man, you have
I say we start making our way out slowly. Kind of look up to Valen. We don't cleared the big ugly one over there. I think our boy Malik should be fine. And looking to the left here, I think the man in the big armor there, I think he's good. Let's start working our way back, cover ourselves, see if we can pick off a few on the way back or on the way out.
And just kind of nod to him as I kind of step back, and then have the Eldritch Cannon follow kind of parallel to us.
All right. Marina, are you present? We saw I lost you, but I just want to make sure. Okay. We're going to assume that she has a held action.
Sounds good.
Until we get her back.
This storm, I think, is really messing with the internet everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be a slightly shorter one
It's
tonight.
so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess that gives us two options. Either A, we can stop a little early, finish this out next time, or when we've got everybody and it's good, or we can soldier on.
Let's soldier on a little bit, but if we gotta end a little early, that's okay. It's kind of the storm all around has been making it rough on everything.
Yeah. Alrighty. So the cultists, one more time, you hear the chanting grow in the sphere along with it.
Oh, no.
And as it grows closer to the Eater of Knowledge on the far side, it seems to stop taking hits quite as readily, and its swings seem to land harder.
Oh, no.
As it crushes two of the individuals.
Oh, no.
And the third is sent flying.
Oh, no.
About 30 feet ahead of you, you watch a large armored individual crash onto the ground, wearing a very similar armor to Auric himself, but a little thinner, a little less bulky, with hair shaved on both sides of the head and a ponytail in the back. You see what looks to be Auric's lieutenant. She is beaten and heavily damaged, but she pulls herself to her feet and looks around, ready for the fight. She looks behind her and sees the three of you. Get out or get helping. You're in the way.
Hey, you heard the lady.
She spies your rifle, Tin Man, and without even looking, she points towards the sphere. The one chanting. Can you hit him?
Kind of look over for a moment, pull up my gun, train my sights, put it back down, look up at her. I'm going to give you a couple shots, and after that, we're skedaddling.
Make it so.
Make it show.
She lifts a hand towards you, and you feel yourself glow. Your next attack will be at advantage.
Oh, got that cleric magic. Okay.
It is now your turn.
Lovely. All right. I'm going to go ahead and train my sights. Say a little prayer. And let's see what we can make happen.
So the first one's at advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's roll that again.
E.
16 will land.
All right. Gonna roll my second one.
Ooh. That's a 19
And
natural.
for bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and use my Kensei shot, which, by the way, I misread. Kensei shot, use bonus action. Any target hit with a ranged attack using Kensei weapon takes extra 1d4 until the end of your current turn. So both my attacks actually get the 1d4 on that. Never realized. So let's go ahead and roll some damage, shall we?
Let's.
That's a 9. Plus the added key for the Kensei shot.
Nice.
And 13. Plus the
Nice.
Kensei shot, 4.
So 29.
How does that
You-
seem to strike him?
They all strike true, or they both strike true. You watch through your scope as you pull the trigger, you pull again, and the creature lurches and lurches again. Roll. Of course. The creature is thrown forward into the portal.
Ooh.
It didn't seem to have been killed, but the moment it takes its hit, the first hit, everything nearby, the cultists, the knowledge eaters, they all seem to lurch in place, and the sphere itself begins to collapse in on itself. The robed figures are sucked in, and the eaters of knowledge you see attempt to fight against this, or the near one, and that one fails as well. The only one saved from this fate is the one fighting Auric. The sphere continues to collapse and collapse, but you feel a welling of energy. You get the feeling that wherever the energy this thing is consuming, wherever it's collapsing in on, it's about to go the opposite direction very quickly.
I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode!
Oh, no.
Auric, or actually, not Auric, Valen.
Yeah.
Tin Man lands these 3 immaculate shots, and you watch all of this begin to happen. What would you like to do?
I don't really see much of a shot. I'm gonna start taking cover and moving back, and pick up Tin Man as I'm going, which I wouldn't normally do. But I want to get moving here and try to brace for whatever impact that's about to happen.
All right, Jade. You have basically held action since we lost you last time, so you basically get 2 actions. What would you like to do?
Tin Man's basically gonna say, Lady
sorry,
Fox,
Tay.
you got anything you can do to put some protection between us?
I've fizzled out all of my spells, so there's not much I can do. I apologize. I suggest we start running.
Yes, run.
And here is just under Valen's arm, just be like, okay.
Yeah, I think I would love to see that. Just Villain, just like Jade's under one arm and Tin Man's on the other, and he's just booking.
So as the 3 of you begin making your way out, you feel that same welling of energy. It prickles the hairs on the back of your neck. Tin Man, the beeper that you have is going insane. Like, it will not stop beeping, and it's getting faster and faster by the moment. Which direction are all of you heading?
To the east side, the right side.
Okay.
towards kind of like I assume where the railing to our ship may have been.
Yes. You run through the dissipating smoke screen that the Dawar had left, and you see he's only made it about 90 feet. He's still padding away in the distance with a dagger clutched between both fins. And then, go ahead.
Can I pick him up?
Something else is going to happen before you reach him. Yeah. The welling, the sound of compressed energy ceases for a moment. You hear the yell of someone struggling against, specifically Oryx struggling against this creature. And then I need all of you to make an intelligence save and a constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, that's a lot to ask.
10 on my intelligence. And 15 on my
Can I
constitution.
re-roll my intelligence save?
On
With
what
my-
grounds?
Sexy inspiration.
Oh, yes.
It's better to have used inspiration and lost than to have never used it at all.
Amen. The shockwave hits you before the sound does. And save for Jade, whose torso is actually, we'll say, durable, a little more durable, as reinforced. It's a little more reinforced. Valen, oh, you all made your constitution saves. Wonderful. You all feel your organs rock in your body. Save for you, Tin Man. You feel your components shift uncomfortably, and you're thrown forward. You're actually lifted off the ground, and if you'd like, Valen, you can reach down and grab the Dawar as you fly over him.
Yeah, as we're like tumbling through the air, and I have like Jade kind of my arm around her, and like a Tin Man under my arm. I'm gonna kind of like swoop him up like a soccer ball kick and catch him and keep as we're like floating through the air.
As you go to catch him with your feet, as the shockwave lifts you off the ground,
Just kick him.
he spins around with the dagger and tries to slash you before realizing who it is, and he's just like he looks behind you and you just see his eyes go, oh dear. Then the world goes quiet as you feel your eardrums compressed and your mind rocked by the shockwave of this planar portal. It dissipates, and you're left laying on the ground amidst debris, bodies, most of which are moving, thankfully, and in generally an open walkway area. Several boots on steel meet your ears as you come to, and multiple people are running forward to try to help anybody who might be hurt. You have a moment before their attention sets on you more firmly, and they notice you explicitly. What would you like to do as a group?
I'm gonna, as I get up, try to help everyone up, and like as I'm like brushing the dust off me, I'm helping Tin Man get upright. The penguin, I'm sure he's doing like his feet paddling and rolling back and forth. Jade, I'm sure you're more than capable of getting yourself up as I'm getting those two. I'll kind of look back at Jade to make sure she's okay and she doesn't need a hand.
So I failed my intelligence save. Have I been stupefied? I'm curious.
So you are temporarily deafened.
And you probably just see
That's
my
better.
mouth move like. As I mouth, "Are you okay?"
I would like you to deafen in Discord and figure it out. No, I'm just kidding.
I can do that.
That's one way to do that.
No. But you are temporarily deafened.
I'm just gonna hold up my ears and nod. Nope, can't hear you. Where's my Dawar friend?
And as she's saying, "Can't hear you," I start yelling, "I can't hear you. Why are you yelling?" No, I can't hear you. I'll be like, "Why are you yelling?" But I'm yelling it back at her.
Boswell is on the ground a couple of feet away, rolling back and forth, screaming that he had been stabbed.
Okay. Jade's gonna see him flailing and run up to him and offer assistance, not knowing what he's saying, but mouthing, "Are you okay?" You know, like something.
He
so
sort of curled
loud.
around one of his fins, and as you come up and put a hand on him, he swings around, and you see the dagger you gave him is stuck through his flipper. I've been stabbed.
Oh, what a drama queen.
Okay, Jade's gonna help him. Just it's like a stuffed animal got ripped. She's gonna help him.
He's 100% in shock. Like, he's not even realizing that it hurts. He's just just staring at it.
It's definitely his first time ever getting hurt, like in combat. Yeah. He's never letting this one go.
No. How are you helping him?
Close your eyes and look away.
You're going to pull it out, aren't you?
Immediately pulls it out.
No!
I can't even hear him.
She's gonna tear a bit of her clothing and wrap it around his flipper, and say, "Stay close to me."
Can I have another smoke screen? No, she can't hear me.
I was gonna say, like, do I roll something for that? It's like, can I understand what he's
pet
saying?
him on the head.
Not just yet, no.
Okay, Jade's gonna pet him on the head like he's a stuffed animal that's rolled down the floor.
Tin Man, as you pull yourself to your feet and Valen checks on you, the three of them go over to check on the Dawar. You notice in the distance Malik is approaching. He seems to be wearing very little aside from what seems to be his shredded pants. And the literal static is arcing off of him as he approaches. He comes to a stop and just falls into a cross-leg position and takes a deep breath. That doesn't happen every day. More often than you'd think, but not every day.
More often than you think is still pretty concerning. You want to tell me just what in the nine hells that was?
Yeah, they've been... Listen, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you helped out, and even Oric let you walked away, so you must be good people. They've been testing our defenses. Something happened recently with Khazar-dûn, and it's started happening like 5 years ago, but like every other month or so. But it's been happening more often, and it's getting worse.
Any idea what it is they're after?
Every one of their attacks is focused on the bottom half, so they don't seem interested in civilians. It could be they're just interested in crippling our... I don't know. That seems unlikely since the brothers got here, but this is... I really don't know. It's getting bad, but I bet the Wallkeepers would like to talk to you. If nothing else, they can thank you for what you've done here today. I could put in a good word.
Tin Man's gonna look over to Ms. Fox, not knowing that she's deafened right now. Well, I guess that depends. What did our good green lady see aboard that ship before everything went crazy?
Do I notice them looking at me?
Everybody sort of turns towards you, yeah. You can go ahead and make a constitution save to see if you break from the deafness.
We all just turn and look at her, and she has no clue why.
A 10 will make the save. The sounds of the world sort of rush back at you. Carry on.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Well, we just got done being big dang heroes, and our friend here suggesting we stick around and speak with the boss of the joint. But I'd like to know a little more about how our dour friend here was doing with leader of the Brotherhood. Should we maybe be skedaddling sooner than later?
Jade's going to lean down and move her fingers towards Tin Man to kind of bring him closer. And she'll whisper into his ear, "Who is this friend of yours?"
Malik.
And we can trust him?
Malik. For reasons that have not yet been forthcoming, I do believe we can.
Who does he work for?
He works for the Dome, but I believe he's pretty indicative of the rank and file around here. Kind of lean into her. I'm not certain yet. Haven't taken the time to ask him. It'd be kind of awkward to do so now, but I do believe we know his brother.
So
and they're good folks.
He's not in any way associated with Ulrich and his crew?
No, I don't think so. I think the Brotherhood do represent a political faction around here with a fair bit of pull. But I think Kaiser Dome does have its own rank and file and its own hierarchy. And they get along, but I won't necessarily say they're fully in line.
I would recommend if we were to talk about sensitive subjects, we go somewhere quiet. This is far too out in the open. And there are eyes on us.
Mikhail, you want to introduce
That's
us
my
to
brother.
Sorry, Malik? Malik?
Jade is
Have you
just
met Mikan as well?
Mikan's a
there's
great
3 of 'em.
guy. Great guy. You remind me a lot of him.
Oh, that's a compliment. He's a good kid. You seen him at the academy?
And yeah, we met him at the academy. He was a good recruit.
Oh, he
Yeah, I
made
kept thinking you
recruit.
looked familiar. I just couldn't place it. Hey, so by the way, while we're having this conversation, kind of like get between them, put my hands up on their backs, kind of nod along with Jade, kind of start moving. Let's go ahead and get ourselves moving here. Let the Brotherhood here clean up this mess, and let's go talk to your boss here, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got to catch my breath really quick.
Do it while we walk.
He gives a weary nod and pulls himself up to his feet. He dusts off the shreds that are his pants. All right. Well, I guess it's to the Port Authority.
While we're walking, kind of like eye him up and down, point him up and down. Could Meekin do that the whole time and he just never told us?
No. This is we'll call it older brother syndrome.
Right.
The Haver stances are weird. I can't go into it right now. Anyway, and he starts heading inward towards the center area of Kaiser Doan. But as you're approaching, you see a figure ahead that is flanked by several guards, themselves in shining armor. A large tabaxi in the shape of a lion with a full imperious mane, a large great jacket of a very spelt black with several medals adorning one chest piece, and walking with a cane. Malik notices him almost late and then stops and snaps a salute. And the individual gives him a nod, and Malik falls back into at ease. Folks, I guess we don't have to go up. I'd like you to meet Boladora Elo, the wall guard of Tower Elo. My boss. And I think that's what we'll call it for the night.
Ooh. Ooh, Mark. Hey, great episode. We had some technical difficulties here tonight, but that's okay. It was a great episode all around. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you guys all for showing up. I know it's been difficult with this storm. I hope this story made it a little better. This was awesome. We're going to be back next Monday live with a behind the scenes of this episode. So tune in and we'll all be back kind of talking about what happened and where the characters are at. Maybe Alex will be viewing it for the first time, which will be kind of fun. And he'll be joining us again next episode. So thanks again for everyone tuning in. All of our partners who made this possible: Adams Family Gaming, D&D Adventure Club, Eldritch Foundry, Die Hard Dice. All of them make it possible, but most importantly, the viewers, you guys make it possible. Mark, you got anything for us, buddy?
Don't forget to wash your dice, and in a couple of weeks,